I'm now recording.
Nice.
I am now recording.
Do.
Ready.
Cool. 3, 2, 1.
That was pretty bad.
How'd that sound to you guys?
I heard like a
clap
delay.
after everybody else.
Yeah, I think that was a little
I
bit bad.
also heard that.
One more
Okay,
time.
one more.
One more.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Ooh,
That was
one
better.
much
That was
better.
another one.
It's very clean.
Okay.
That was better. Okay, good enough. Also, yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen because the worst of the storm was yesterday. But if Jay and I cut out, it's because wind. It fucking windy.
Fucking windy.
I'm stealing that
windy?
excuse too. It's fucking windy.
Yeah.
Also, like, if you guys cut out for just a little bit, I'm sure that we can do plenty of gags until then, but if you guys cut out for more than, like, a minute, we'll pause the recording and check in on you guys.
Yeah,
Ideal.
Yeah, if that happens, I will use my mobile data if that's working to send you guys a message. But anyway, do we want to do this thing?
Go for it.
Yes.
Yes, desperately, always.
Within the first 8 minutes, I'm so proud of us. We're getting better at this.
Guys, we're really getting better.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Oddyssey. I am Kai, your DM and God, and no, I'm not going to drop that joke because I find it fucking hilarious. We are back to this nonsense after last time, which was a surprisingly productive session. You guys managed to get, like, 2 different ingredients from 2 different places, and also find a place to sleep, so I reckon you guys are going pretty well.
We're amazing at this D&D shit.
But before I keep praising you any longer, shall we do introductions?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Liz, and I will be playing Miss Fun Forrester as always, a little mound of a droid.
I love her so much.
Square.
Hello, my name is Mock. Coming to you from, I didn't think this rest of this joke out. I'm playing Biff, and she is big.
Yeah.
She is big.
I'm Jay. I will be playing Francesca Elizabeth Steinbeck, aka Frankie. She's sparkly, and I don't have a joke today because I've been very ill for the past week, and I usually spend 2 weeks thinking about what dumb joke I'm going to open up with next session.
Don't worry, I'm sure the joke will come to you.
Eventually.
Hey everybody, I'm Snail. I play Tsugi, whose decibels are down here, and I have a very bad gag, which is a very good gag, but it's very bad. But we'll get to that after Kai has set the scene. But I just wanted to warn you guys.
Okay, it is morning. You guys are in happiest place after staying at a tavern for the evening because you didn't feel like having to drive another 2 hours down to Tuna Town in the night, and especially not considering, it started raining in the middle of the night and now it's you kind of looking around and just everything is kind of muddy and wet, which is useful considering what you guys wanted to do. But also, it is muddy and wet, and you guys are about to have to go outside. Ugh.
Tsugi definitely has the scrungy face, cat no banana face.
Excellent. But yeah, you guys, so basically, you have already agreed with the doctors to be meeting up in Toontown. They have given you the address of their lab already. So you kind of just get there when you get there. You did say you still had one more ingredient to pick up, but otherwise they are just happy for you to meet them whenever. So now is the time to do what you want.
Is there anyone who has a burning desire to go first? Biff's thing is very quick. I don't really have much else specific.
Okay, I do have a burning desire to go first, but it's literally just to set up the gag that after everybody else is done, I can go last.
Okay.
Something's going thump in somebody's background.
It's probably mine. My dad is working on the house.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. Go ahead.
That's fair.
I don't know if there's there's really nothing I can do to.
No, don't worry. I just wanted to know what it was because it sounded maybe like somebody was like, I don't know,
Tapping on the table.
doing like the bouncy leg thing, and I was like, is anybody?
Yeah,
But
no, it's not
don't
something
worry
I can
about it.
control, unfortunately.
Okay,
Nah, it's
please
alright.
resume.
So, my beloved and benevolent audience, I try very hard to make sure that people who are just listening get to have the same experience that people who are watching the galleries get to have. But for this next gag, that was going to be a bit difficult because Tsugi is going to be going to a pawn shop and he's going to be finally sorting through his hammer space. Which means that I am going to have to roll at least twice for every single item that I want to sell, / until Kai says, okay, fine, fucking fine, you can have your hammer space back. But that would be kind of hard to show in the background of everything that's happening if I just typed it in. Hence, a physical die.
Have fun. Question: how many
So-
items do you have in your hammer space currently? Like, how many items do you have in your inventory total?
Let me pull it up. Okay. Oh god. Okay. So, on his sell list, he has 1, 2, 7, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then he has 3 pieces of coal. Do we count that as 1 or as 3?
I would say stuff like similar stuff is grouped together, unless for the gag you want to do it separately.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we have gone through already all the stuff that he wants to sell, but we also have 3 pieces of gold, of coal. Oh god, what number was I at? Fuck.
9.
9. Okay, that's 10, 11 for the daffodil, 12 for the rubber chicken that he stole from Biff, 13 for the spray bottle, 14 for a megaphone, 15 for the Have You Seen poster, 16 for Miss Phone's husk actively rotting, and then after that you get to all of his actual equipment.
And-
do you want me to count his actual equipment or just all of the shit that I've collected?
Well, considering you are meant to be sorting out your hammer space, and it's not just the stuff that you wanted to sell that got mixed up by the wind sprite ages back now, it's literally everything in your hammer space. So,
You fool! You've enabled me!
so literally everything you've gotten there, times 2 because it's a mess. So have fun
Okay.
rolling that in the background.
I will roll that in the background. Everybody else feel free to do their stuff, and I will make sure in the game zone I keep a tally so that I don't either lie about the dice rolls or any of that crap. I promise I will keep it known, but you guys now get to hear the crinkle tinkle of dice very
Click-clack.
quietly.
Click clack rocks. I do also just say I love the idea of Tsugi quickly ducking in out of the rain into some average looking pawn shop. The lady just sitting at the desk behind going yeah, oh my god, just looking at you going, you're gonna need any help? And Tsugi going, yeah, one moment, pull stuff out. Pull stuff out, pull stuff out, pull stuff out, and a growing mound of stuff.
It's like the remove all of your knives joke, except with just shit you've stolen.
It's good. Okay.
So we'll cut
And I
back
have
to
to replace my torches. We'll come back to me.
We'll cut back to that every so often when the gag allows for it. Anyway, Mark, you were actually the first person to speak up.
Yeah, I just had a quick thing that we kind of set up last session. Biff wanted to get a quick color change.
You want to stop by Hughes again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, she's not a complete monster. The guy was closing up for the night last night. She's coming back in the morning.
yeah.
What was the So basically, what she wants to do is change the ribbon on her hat and her tie. And that's it.
Okay.
I don't know if that's even something we really need to RP.
I don't think it
I
is
did
something
do a little
you need-
recolor of her.
We can RP it if you want, because I know that Hugh would be happy to see you again, and is very friendly, and it's It's not busy in there, but there are one or two other people, but also he will make time to come talk to you because he's that kind of shop owner. So I would just like to inform any future listeners that Snail is going to have to roll a d10 86 times. At least.
At best, I roll 86 times. That's a minimum. I can fail, and when I fail, I increase my odds.
Yep.
Fun.
Have fun. But yeah, so we can RP it if you want, although, because you did say you are tired, we can also just skim over it as well.
I mean, I think that what was the amount that he said?
Good question. I cannot remember.
It was 3 something.
I think,
right?
did we say it was like 3 gold? Because it's only a very small
I think it
amount.
was 3 gold.
Let's call it 3 gold.
Well, I think she just asked about the ribbon that time.
All right. If it's the tie as well, shall we bump it up to 5?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think she comes in, a shadow falls over the doorway and blocks out the light for a minute. Biff comes in. Does he have like a counter?
Yeah, he's got his wouldn't be behind the counter, but he does have one that you can like wait
She
at.
goes
or
up
ring the
to
bell.
the counter and puts 5 gold, just drops it on the counter, and stands there.
He quickly finishes off with the 2 little pairs of geese that he's talking to, who have wanted like the flowers on their little hats recolored, and she's like,
Jemima Puddle Duck.
and quickly ducks over to you. Was like, oh, hello, yes. No, what's this noise voice? 1 moment. I need to get into himbo mode.
You got it.
Everyone
Yes.
shut up, I'm entering himbo mode.
Oh, hi. Hello. Yes, from last night. How are you doing? You said something about your ribbon, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a hat, and I'm thinking maybe we could do a tie too. I was just looking at some of the blues over there.
Oh, of course.
Um,
What sort of blue were you thinking? Something lighter, darker, bit of green? Because we've got. Give me 1 moment. Let me grab you a couple of samples. And he flaps his wing, flies up, and quickly grabs down a whole bunch of paints and starts placing them in front of you. We've got Sooty Lashes, Cadet Song, Midnight Serenade, Under the Eaves, Naval Night, Evening Coat, Galaxy Grey, Deep Shadow, Mythical Light, Sail Blue, Thundercloud, River Deep,
pull up
Mountain...
a paint
And he
list.
will just keep rattling off hundreds of different blues that look really
Amazing.
similar, but not quite the same.
Yeah, I need you to imagine Biff like listening like patiently, but absolutely absorbing none of it. And eventually she just points to kind of a lightish, like desaturated blue. I'll send a picture because I did do a little just recolor of that.
Okay. Oh, 1 moment. Oh, something a little bit lighter. All right. That looks...
Me over here, like maybe as Biff has character development, I'll make her outfit more colorful.
Aw.
Me like, nah.
Desaturate.
Oh no.
No, I think
It
it suits
takes
her.
time. It takes time.
Takes time, and I think this still suits her. And
Yeah.
I would just like to inform listeners that Jay and I went for a walk to a hardware store yesterday, and yes, of course, we went and we looked at all the little paint bits. I do actually have a
Amazing.
photo of a shit ton of paints here, which is where I just raised it off from. Closest here,
What's this one called, Kai?
Winged Victory.
Excellent.
I would say
Actually,
that
that's great.
That actually comes that or potentially Gotham City, but
That's also really
That
funny.
was a good.
so whichever.
So, yeah.
I reckon. Ooh, Winged Victory. Ooh, yeah, a nice gentle recolor. I reckon. Yeah, we can do that for sure. It'll only take 5 minutes.
I
and he will pry the paint tin off, whip out a paintbrush that he had tucked behind his ear, and mix it up and quickly recolor your hat ribbon and your tie. And congratulations, Biff, you look very new and very snazzy.
Solid. Thank you very much. She doesn't say it like that. She just goes, thanks, and leaves.
No problem. No, if you ever come back, well, I'll always be here. This shop can't really move, so
Unlike what about 50% of other shops in Anquell.
yeah. Glad to be of any help.
Just like gives him a thumbs up and heads out.
Yep. Cool.
That's my business.
No. I love Biff. I love Biff so much.
Also, as my dice go clitter clack, don't forget that Tsugi has specifically said that he has disavowed himself of gathering clay because he hit 2 birds with 1 stone. So he has he legit will not show up until after the clay has been gathered.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
Definitely not because Kai said I have to do every single item, making the gag even longer than I thought it was going to be. Bless you, Kai.
You don't actually have to. Like, if you don't want to, it's okay, but this is hilarious.
No, I have to. It's important to me. If I stop now, I'll die inside.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Frankie, Ms. Foam, is there anything you guys wanted to do this morning?
Miss Foam just had just wanted to write a letter, honestly. If
Ooh.
everybody else was going off like to do their own things temporarily before we traveled down to the lab, she would use this time to take out a quill. Probably ask. I think Frankie has the initial ink that
Oh yeah, she does. She does.
that is not going to be used for the making of the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So she would probably ask if she could borrow that. And then
Yes, keep it, dear.
Thank you. And she'll produce her slides in my own hammer-space roll while Snail is dying in the background.
I am not dying. I am thriving.
Yeah.
Once again, I thought this gag, which is already insane, was just going to be like the stuff I wanted to sell, and then Kai would say, okay, fine, I don't want to hear more dice rolling. Kai has exacerbated the gag I was dying all day to engage. I'm thriving.
I do just want to say, we can't actually
We
hear
can't
the
hear. I
dice
haven't heard a
rolling in the
single
background.
dice roll yet.
It's
It's not picking
Honestly-
up.
Holy work!
Honestly, it's kind of funnier this way.
Yeah. Just
My fully work!
Don't worry, I'll-
Discord's not picking it up, but your recording probably is.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I was about to
exactly.
say.
So,
Plus,
I mean, that just means that that's fun for future, Jay, honestly.
yeah. I'll just edit in some click-clack rock sounds. I'll just get a handful of dice and just rattle them next to the microphone, and then scatter them liberally throughout this section of the episode.
we have got a whole bag of them, so we can always
Got some marbles too. I'll throw those in there.
just for funsies.
I mean, I just meant like on Snail's actual single person recording.
No, you are right, Mark.
Okay.
There is every chance it has picked up, and Discord's just not playing it. But if needed.
Oh, wait. Can I maybe turn off sound suppression?
I wouldn't.
For Fi, you can do it for 30 seconds, and that's it.
No. Can you hear that now?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Yes. Okay, 30 seconds, I swear.
Okay, let's get some wonderful audio here.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Dice
Okay.
rolling ASMR.
I've actually got to say, that's a really nice sound.
It
It is. So my dad has this actual like dice roller that's wooden. That's part of why I was so excited to
Oh,
do it.
that's
Because
like
it
those
sounds good.
towers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. I gotta say, it is actually making really good noise. You are welcome to keep using it.
Yes. I swear I will turn noise suppression back on the moment that I'm done rolling. I swear. I swear it.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, Ms. Foam, you were off to write a letter.
Yeah, I feel like she would remain in for it. Just I don't know. She doesn't really have a place to write it. She wouldn't write it in the post office, so she's just probably sitting like in the center of a table in the inn, just with a quill in her really weird hand, and is just writing on the world's most yellowed piece of parchment.
She's been alive for 6 months, but she's had the parchment for like 50 years.
It's so old.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I will say, I don't. Do we get to see any of the letter itself, or is like the camera back far enough that we only see like black squiggles on the page?
I feel like you see at least the title of it, which is to the winged one who wandered too far from their duties, leaving them to fall from the wayside. This letter serves as an addition to my last correspondence. A constant stream of messages would hopefully cement the advice given in them. And then it'll just continue on. And then when the camera zooms out, it will just be like squiggles.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh!
Very mysterious. I do love it. I do love it. Do we get to see anything resembling an address when it gets put into the postbox?
I think it will probably say, God, I need to remember the name of this place.
Okay.
Just give me a second as I as I look at
the heck is your notes
the
page?
Wikipedia. Yeah, my notes page, but it is the forest up north in Inkwell. Is it the forest of Tavos?
Tyvos?
Tyvos, yes.
I think it is, yeah.
And she will put the name Puna and the forest of Tavos, and that's it. No, like, street,
No,
just the forest.
You'll get there.
Look, that's how Toon Mail works, to be quite honest.
No house numbers in the forest.
No, I love this. I love this. We're getting lore. We are getting backstory and lore.
Lore!
And Jay, on to you.
Oh, yeah, so... How were we doing this? Sorry, we arranged this, a little while ago. I was trying to remember because my brain is asleep.
I think the way that we arranged it a little bit before probably isn't going to work fantastically, because before it was going to be like, yes, the other's picking you up just as you were done.
Yes.
So...
I mean, if we've, say that we've, have we arranged to meet up by the river at some point?
Yeah, Biff, Miss Foam, did you?
If that was the plan, I'd be for it.
Yep.
The sort of idea of like, if we are going to go our separate ways, deciding where we meet up would be wise.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she would. Huh? Go
on. No.
I
Biff
feel like
know sorry, fuck. Say sorry. Words. Just go.
Miss Foam would probably advise it's better to meet up in the inn than at the river, because not have if there's no specific land point on the river, people could just be standing there in like separate locations.
Yeah, no, that's true. Sorry.
That's fine then, because it means that Biff is just navigating between points where she's been before.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah.
If she had to go find a new place with never having been there, that would be different.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what, let's see, sorry, okay, I know what I'm gonna do with this. Let me just line things up in my brain. Sorry, why am I asleep?
That's okay.
God. Yeah, okay, so, I think probably, around the same time that, Biff, is, arriving, back at the, God, sorry, do you mind if we take, like, a 5-minute break just because my brain has broken?
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry.
We can just. I was gonna say at this point in time, let's check in on Tsugi. You wanna grab yourself something to drink. So, Tsugi, where are you up to?
Okay. So I need you to imagine what Tsugi has done is he has not gone straight up to the front counter of the pawn shop. Because there are obviously other people who want to use the pawn shop, and he has been a customer enough to be polite.
Mhm.
He's not going to be that guy in front of the pawn shop. He's going to be that guy in the corner of a pawn shop.
Mhm.
At this point, he now has 65 items laid out in front of him in a
Amazing.
corner of the pawn shop. Literally laid out because he can't put them back in until he knows where they go in his hammer space. And during that time, he has also pulled out two bunches amounting to 12 bananas, 3-inch Q-tip, an alarm that goes and he like hammers to shut it off. A mousetrap which goes ouch and has to fling off his finger. Wheeled boots, a cannonball, 2 separate canteens, some soap, an octopus, second octopus. They are currently on top of each other, and Tsugi has like taken probably like a helmet or something and then just splashed water on them. They're unhappy, but they're not drowning, if you know what I mean. A spyglass, and finally he just pulled out Biff's poster, and he sort of like slammed it on the ground as if like he would have sworn he already had taken it out. And it's a poster of the "Have you seen this house" that Biff has made. So if you need me, I can certainly improvise some dialogue of how the hell is somebody going to react to what the fuck is Tsugi doing?
No, I think this was a fantastic quick thing to cut to, and Jay seems to have found their marbles again.
Yep. I lost
All
them
right.
for a little bit and then found them again because they rolled off underneath the sofa. My brain is just a mess today. Yeah. But okay. This would be back at the tavern where with Ms. Foam. Frankie has not gone out with the other two or on her own little mission. And Ms. Firm, you therefore will be the only person to see what looks like a taller, if possible, more disparate, disorganized, clashing version of Frankie walk in through the front door. And she will excuse herself very quickly and walk over before this person has a chance to come over, and they will be having a conversation, a very brief conversation in at another table somewhere. And it'll start off, like it's that very sort of like, "Oh, hi, haven't seen you in ages. How's everything?" He's like, yes, no, everything's fine, wonderful, kind of like expression. And slowly it kind of devolves into that. I don't know if any of you have siblings that you have moved away from, and then the moment that you come back and sort of see them again, you immediately become 6 years old. And
Yes.
there's very much sort of that attitude going on. And at that point, like voices get a little bit raised, and Ms. Foam, you will be able to hear Frankie saying, "You know what? I don't have to listen to this. Get out." And her sibling is very like, "No, leave. I don't want to know." And they will nod, and they'll be like, and they will she will escort them back to the door, and on just before they go, they will turn back and say, "It really would be nice if you would come home at some point, but I suppose I can't force you." Well, dream sweet, okay, Fran? Can you do that? And Frankie just shuts the door on them and then goes back and sits down where Ms. Firm, I don't know if you still have your letter in front of you.
Yeah.
It's just like, "Well, what are you writing, dear?"
A letter to trying to find words. Acquaintance of sorts.
Somebody you don't know very well. That sounds nice. And yeah, that's all I had. I wasn't looking for RP or anything. She's cross. She has not had a good time. Whatever news she's gotten is not good news. But yeah, that's all I wanted to do.
Nice. I mean, I feel like Miss Firm sensing the fucking tenseness is like, do you require anything, dear?
Oh, no. Thank you for asking, though. I would, you know what, let's just sit quietly. That's alright. I feel like that we're the only two who are capable of doing that.
She nods and, scratching of quill on parchment.
I love Miss Foam so much.
Same!
I love this little mossy cube.
Just like, yeah, don't want to talk about it? Cool. She's so good.
Ain't gonna press.
No, no. Again, Ms. Foam is the one that Frankie actively respects. Is probably the closest word for it. If Frankie is, in as much as Frankie is capable of respecting literally anybody.
Oh boy.
Again, brain cell of the group.
Brain cell of the
Brain
group.
cell of the group. All right. If that's everyone, we are on the home stretch for Tsugi.
Oh
No.
wow! Here we go.
God.
We have not finished. We have not only gotten to the home stretch. We have finally finished noise suppression.
Hey!
Back
That was the last roll. Oh my god. Okay, so how'd it go?
Incredible timing. So Tsuki now has 83 items on the floor. That does not include all of the items that I've listed before. In addition to the poster, there is what looks to be the remains of a poster that has been thoroughly torn up. As in, you know that way that sometimes people who watch too many cop shows obsessively tear up their mail? That thoroughly torn up. Like, you would have to really work to figure out what the hell was on whatever this poster is.
It's confetti
And the
now.
poster is like a boy band. In addition to that, he has a second cannonball. He has a boomerang. He has a second bar of soap. He is currently inside of a dancer's outfit because, of course, you can't actually tell. You can just see that currently, Biff's clothes are like to the side underneath his arm, but you must assume that he's wearing a dancer's outfit because he looks sultry.
He's got that little bit extra razzmatazz to him.
A little bit of extra
Yes.
curve.
There are now 3 octopuses in the upside down helmet. There is also a third bunch of 6 bananas, and he pulls out a teapot before he finally pulls out his last thing, and he's like, "Good gravy." And he sort of like looks down, and I assume at this point, finally, like one of the shop attendants is just like staring him down.
Yep.
And he's gonna like just point at like what basically a fourth, basically a fourth of his hoard that he's kept to one place, and says, "I don't suppose you guys take hammer space items if I'm trying to sell."
She just very slowly shakes her head, giving you an extremely pointed look.
All right. So, if I'm looking to sell, can I sell directly to you, or do I gotta go up to the counter?
this massive sigh. Just. Is
turn on the charm.
fine.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, I have got quite the deal for you. Don't worry. I'm not going to leave this place a mess. I know the kind of people that do that, and they're not me. I am just looking to sell. Let's see. So I have this box of big silver cogs. I have a box of small golden cogs. I have 6 full golden leaves and 1/2 of a golden leaf. That almost makes 7 golden leaves, if you know what I mean. There is a gold candlestick. I got these 2 potions. I really can't see use for them. There's some gold in this glass. Upon closer inspection, it is fool's gold, but he doesn't know that. He thinks that it's gold. He's like, and 3 pieces of coal. Oh, wait. One more thing. He points to the actively rotting husk of his phone.
We don't take compost.
Well, it would be really nice compost. This is directly from a Toon. If you've got any Toony plants, this will just perk them right up. Just
Hey, make a whiz save for me real quick.
Jesus Christ, what?
whiz save is gonna be
First non-hammer space roll of the game.
that's an 11.
The withering look that she gives you is just, again, it's the sort of thing that she just kind of made an intimidation roll, basically, except I'm not actually
Okay.
rolling for her, I'm making you save against it. And you got an 11, which is enough that you're not going to take the actual
Psychic
condition
damage.
status frightened. But no, she's terrifying, it's better off not arguing with her.
You're right. I can just use it for my own daffodil. I got it. It's square. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, sure. Yeah.
I think this might be a good point to kind of just like cut away, and we can assume some very strict haggling is going on here.
Would you like for me to just use the prices that you've given me before?
All right, go with the prices from before minus 15 gold because she's pissed off at you and you didn't roll well on your whiz save.
That is fair, but also, damn it.
Should have rolled better on your whiz save then.
Can I roll charisma to combat that just once?
Okay, just once.
I promise, just this once.
You got to get higher than a 15 before I'm gonna even think about giving you any more gold though.
Can I add a proficiency bonus because I'm wearing the dancer outfit?
Haggling with the DM now.
You get a
Final
plus.
question.
You get an extra +1 because of the dancer's outfit. I'm not giving you advantage on just because of this.
Oh my god, that plus 1.
Okay.
Okay. For our audio only audience, I got a 15 plus the one from the dancer outfit, which makes it a 16, which means I succeeded.
I do just want to say, I did say you have to get a 15 or higher before I'd think about reducing some of it. Not negating it entirely, reducing it. You still have a 5 gold reduction from the prices that I gave you before, but it's only 5 gold.
I will take it. I love you so much, Kai.
That dancer plus 1.
I have regrets. Anyway.
You fool, you let me haggle.
Anyway, Biff, Frankie, and Ms. Foam, are you guys going to wait around for Tsugi? Because he's going to have been at that all day. Or do you want to go out and try and find some clay yourselves?
I mean,
It is still pouring with rain outside.
Mm-hmm.
what I think would be quite funny is that, waiting around for as long as is possible for the rain to, push off. And then when it's very clear that it doesn't, kind of trooping down to the river's edge to try and, grab some stuff. And then finding Tsugi already there letting the octopuses go.
Oh my god.
The 3 octopuses are now, it's not exactly pair bonded because there's 3 of them, but they've gone through a traumatizing experience. All 3 of them are like clinging tentacle to tentacle to tentacle to tentacle to tentacle to
Okay,
God.
okay.
You get the gist.
Yeah, it's a
I wish I
polycule.
hadn't choked on my spit. I'm so mad.
Well, it's an octopolycule.
Oh, God.
Octocule.
Octocule.
There we go.
Octocule.
Yeah, it's like Tsugi is just like saying Tsugi, having officiated the the union of the octocule, is now letting them go to the river.
The ceremony.
Yeah, there
In
we
the
go.
name of the Father, the Son, and the Mother, and the Daughter, because we are not Christian in this household. What is Christianity? I've never heard of it. Why am I making a cross sign with my hands? I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop. You're free. And then he like takes the helmet and like swings it out, and all 3 of them do the and then plash into the water.
Just watch them go downstream.
And the rest of you get to see that wonderfully
Yeah.
as you rock up at
God.
the river.
I don't even know what to fucking say. That she just gets off the wagon or whatever we came down to the river with.
Biff
Sleep,
has
Erwin?
a tear rolling down her face, and she's waving them off with the hanky.
Oh, she always cries at weddings.
I love her. I love her.
What on earth was that, Snail?
That's the
Joy.
amount of gold that Tsugi currently has.
Oh, that's too much.
That's 108 gold.
Who let him have that? I mean,
He
it's the
did.
bad number. It's 108. It's the bad number. So.
It all according to Keitaku. All according to Keitaku. Tsugi like looks over and sees that Sleeve Irwin is, as usual, trying to eat his sleeve, but instead of reacting with anger, because this time he heard them click clop down the way, he sort of just like scuffles up their mane and goes, "Hey, buddy, what's up with you?" And then he looks back and sees that everybody else is there and pretends that nothing ever happened. He's definitely not fond of animals when they're not surprising him. Definitely not, what the fuck are you talking about? Hey, guys! So you did remember that I'm not gonna be helping with the clay, right?
Well, yes, but since we're all here, we might as well all pitch in together.
Yeah, that's a really nice thought, but, nah. I did do 2 in one go.
What's a successful hammer space roll?
That's a success. Anything that isn't a 1 is a success.
Frankie has pulled a bedazzled gardening spade out of her hand space and shoved it at your
Oh.
chest and walked off.
Damn.
It falls to the ground.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's just what she's doing.
I can't help you, princess. I did a 2 in 1. I'm just saying.
Listen, we are.
Paint and ink. All on me. None of you thought about the ink. My hands are gonna be untarnished. Hey, Sleeve Irwin.
To be fair, I do want just to say, Miss Foam Miss Foam also got 2. She's still helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Foam, while they are arguing, has gone and is trying to check where the clay would be on the embankment.
The other one that
Oh.
Miss Foam got.
Yeah, well, that's a Miss Foam problem,
Oh,
actually.
The
Well,
He
this
is free.
like investigation.
Yeah, give me investigation to see if you guys can find investigation or nature. I will allow either, knowing that they are both intelligence rolls.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh no, isn't Tsugi the one that's like decent? No, he has good wisdom. I got confused. Never mind.
Okay.
Biff, it's all mud.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, the 12's not bad.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So, an 8. That's Frankie. Everything is just mud.
It's just she's bickering with Tsugi.
Yeah.
She's not really looking very hard.
Okay. Biff with a 12 in nature. Well, it is mud, but it's not the right kind of mud because you've got at least a vague idea of what clay looks like, and it's really kind of heavy and sticky. And like this is
She's
sticky.
got knowledge of different dirts.
Yeah, and like this is
She
sticky,
has
but it's not
experience with
heavy.
dirt sometimes.
Yeah.
She has pulled her shovel out for this.
Yeah. This doesn't seem to be quite like. I will say this is mostly silt, which is what Ms. Foam gets with that 20 on nature. But there's not much in terms of clay. It's a mixture of silt and sand.
It's not a good spot.
This particular part of the river seems to be a little bit too fast flowing for that. You get an idea of maybe if a little bit further up, you may find some more. I will also say, I will be nice to Ms. Foam and say, you are the person to come across while you are scurrying about looking at the dirt to find a fisherman, just kind of standing on the side of the river, fishing pole in hand.
Just
g'day,
just
mate.
A dude.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh boy!
What you looking for down there?
The accent's coming out.
Clay.
Wrong spot here for it, innit? You've got to actually go, you got to go up that way, to the left, to the right, a little bit. There's a beauty of a patch up that way. You got to watch out for the mud skippers, so standing on those never goes too well. But you get to see if you're looking for some clay there, just kind of going on arts and craft, trying to build a thing, or...
Yes, trying to collect materials.
Nice one. But yeah, gotta head up north a little ways a bit more before you can actually find any of the good stuff. Don't tend to fish around there myself, not too many of the good ones. Again, mud skippers get in the way, but I reckon you'd have a good look around there.
What kind of fish do you find around here?
Get a couple of trout or salmon if it's the right season. Mostly today it's just don't ask me about fish. I don't fucking.
It's fine. I'm sorry. I asked the question. I was like, damn, but DM.
So many crawdads.
Yeah. So like a couple of marron if you chuck your nets in for it, but they're not really my thing, shellfish and all that. And I will say he starts just rattling off a bunch of weird names. You are not certain if they are actually fish, except you just got like a 20 in nature. Oh, actually, no, I would say you are certain these are not the actual names of fish. These can't be the actual names of fish. But with the certainty that he's saying them, there's a little bit in you that's going, are these actual fish? Am I missing something? Sort of thing.
Hold up. Okay. Just here to listen to what the local fishermen are talking about. Yeah.
He will
Just regional fish.
Regional fish. Region locked fish.
He'll just keep talking at you for a bit, and then eventually, like ask, don't suppose you're much of a fisher, are you?
Not exactly.
Oh, all right, never too late to learn. And I reckon
You sound like your dad.
my dad's accent isn't quite this bad, but it's close.
It doesn't twang quite so much. It's close though.
But so I would like to just kind of in the background as Frankie
a fishing episode.
As Frankie and Tsugi are arguing, and Biff is kind of poking around in the dirt with her shovel.
Oh yeah, she's digging.
She's digging for holes, digging for treasure.
That's what she knows. It's what she knows. I just like the idea.
Terrible spot for it, by the way. The water would wash away any topsoil, and
yeah,
stuff would get exposed real easy. Cops are gonna find that tomorrow.
Shit.
I like it. Yeah, I love Biff kind of just thinking on this as she continues to dig anyway, and then in the background you've got Ms. Foam and this dude in an akubra and a bright yellow rain jacket.
What's an akubra?
It's a hat. It's like
the sou'westers.
It's the equivalent of it's equivalent of like a cowboy hat but Australian.
Is it the one with corks?
Oh.
Proper ones do not have corks.
Okay,
but yes.
okay. Just to clarify.
It's an akubra. You guys getting your Aussie word for the day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We got Marin as well.
Well, yeah, because Marin is like, again, it's freshwater shellfish. Yeah. But yeah, in the background you've got this bloke showing Ms. Foam how to fish and like handing him his spare rod and showing how to cast and everything. The background.
I was about to say, she was about to she saw this coming as oh, he's going to give me that thing, and she was gonna try and walk away, but just get shoved into her.
Do you want to make like a dex roll to slide out the conversation?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, please, if you want to get a dex roll before he hands it to you.
Oh god, Yeah.
you gotta learn
Firmly
how to
grasp it
fish.
in
You
your
gotta.
hand.
Teach give a shape a fish and it will have a fish. Teach a shape to fish and it'll fish for a lifetime. Come on!
If you give a cube a fishing rod.
Yes!
I'm still gonna roll Dex because like she understands we're kind of pressed for time, kind of. Like the quicker we get to Toontown, the better, right? So like she can learn how to fish another time. It's
Yeah, I
a
mean,
15.
Okay, I think 15
Okay,
would
yeah.
make it, right?
A 15 is enough that like he sees he's about to hand it to you, then sees you have kind of like moved a little bit away, like, oh, all right, if you're in a rush, I'll see you around later.
Yes, I might come back this way. Thank you, though.
All right.
for
Have
the
a bonza day.
information.
I love this
7,
guy.
This
7
guy's
arc
incredible.
goal, befriending this guy.
You're never gonna see him again.
7 arcs from now, we're gonna see him again.
Just once.
This guy's the big bad.
This guy's the big bad. This guy was my actual planned big bad as opposed to the one you guys created.
He's just fishing now. He's free.
He's like, I don't have to do this anymore. I'm going on vacation.
Living his best life, all because we created an abomination.
God. Miss Fern will basically recite the directions of that way, to the left, to the right, watch for mud skippers, north is where the clay is at. This area only seems to have sandy and loose round material.
Oh, really?
You telling me, says Biff from like the bottom of a fucking 10-foot deep hole.
Damn. That's a
like,
big fucking
slamming
hole.
in.
Now the thing is, because it's raining, it will have just
You'll
like you've probably
collapse.
got water up to
Yep.
your knees down there.
Biff!
That's
What
a
are you
lot
doing
of
down
water.
there? It's
She
raining.
sticks her head
come
out.
out. You're going to get. You're going to catch your death.
I thought we were catching fish.
Hey, okay, but do you need help?
Biff doesn't need help. It's fine.
Which is good. I will allow
That's
you
what
to
I thought.
I will allow you to climb out of the hole considering you have experience.
Climbing out of holes, yeah.
I
10-foot
love the
vertical
pit
leap.
crew so much.
Holes.
Holes!
Hey. Oh God! This time we're just gonna go to the to the wagon, and just sit in her position. She can't move the damn thing. The horse will eat her.
He's already sitting in the cabin. He still has the bedazzled spade in his lap. No, he's not going to do anything about it. But he is sitting in the driver's seat, just waiting, as Frankie has been inevitably squabbling at him to get down from there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, shiny. Of course, he's keeping hold of it. Do we just follow we follow the directions?
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
just follow.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be mean. I will give you someone give me a survival roll just to make sure you are getting to the right area. It's a very low check. I just want to make sure
I
you're
have a
driving
plus
Yeah,
to
Miss
the
3.
Foam.
fucking river.
Miss Foam has a +5.
Well, you should definitely do that then.
Yeah, and I guess it makes more narrative sense since she was the one who got the instructions.
Mhm.
Also, again, she's acting as GPS on top of
22.
Sleep Owen's head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right,
Forgot
Tsugi
about
is
that.
very bad at directions.
On top of his head is the only place where she's safe.
Just out of the periphery of
Because
whatever
Steve
can happen.
Irwin likes him.
Yeah. All right, with the 22, yeah, you get there no problem. You even manage to quickly stop the cart a couple of times from slipping in the mud and almost sliding into the river. So well done on that.
Y'all, we're gonna Oregon Trail this bitch.
Yeah, pretty fucking much.
Sugi gets the spade, by the way.
Yeah!
What's? Yeah, that doesn't beat passive. No. This phone's passive perception is 13.
You get to see
So
Does
Tsugi
she
steal
say
the spade.
anything?
You should probably give that back. Not clarifying, but and not looking at Tsugi, but she says it.
I don't know what you're talking about. And before you give me a smart retort, do remember that I'm the one keeping you safe from the big bad horsey. Who's a bad horsey? Who's a bad boy?
It doesn't even nick her or anything. It like this the give a witty is just again choose your sleeve a bit more.
You're supposed to be turning around the other way, Sleeve Irwin. Turn around. Just the head. No, not fully turning around. This goes on for another 5 minutes, long enough for everybody to forget whatever Ms. Foam said.
Hey, can I stealth try and grab that bedazzled spade while Tsugi is distracted?
You
my
can
Oh
if you
no,
want.
it's already
This
in
is-
his hammer space.
Ah, fuck. Never mind.
I was about to say also he does have an 18 passive
18.
perception.
Yeah. I realized as I was saying it, but I was still gonna go ahead because in the
Tsugi
hammer
is-
space it's fine.
Tsugi is impossible to rob.
I can sense him coming from a mile away. No, this isn't hyper awareness due to trauma. I've never heard what trauma is. Anyway, Sleeve Irwin.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys easily managed to find a bit of where the lake sorry, let me gather words. You guys continue down the trail. You manage to follow the river up to a point where at some point it looks like it had actually formed a proper oxbow lake. But that has eventually dried out. There's like a nice big hill in the middle and a little downswing, while the river has obviously gotten faster, pushed past that. Oxbow lakes are really fucking cool. I love
They are
them.
They are great.
But yeah, so this is like the majority of the lake has dried up now, other than a little bit at the bottom where it does seem to be pooling with water again, mostly because of the current rain. Everything's rather muddy. It is very slippery. It does also seem to be filled with a lush orange clay that looks perfect for sculpting.
Ooh, hooray!
Tsugi, you are the only one that noticed it once again because your fucking passive perception is so high. You notice that there are like weird footprints of strange creatures or movements or anything that are left over in the clay, because this is good clay. It will retain some of the footprints even as it is
Actively raining.
yeah, thank you. But it doesn't, they're not massively deep, they're not massively big, but it does look like something has been walking about here.
I mean, that's just wildlife, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tsugi has gone ahead and pulled Sleeve Irwin to a stop, leaned forward and patted him on the rump to let Sleeve Irwin know that he did a good job. And has sort of gone, well, watch out for moving things, and don't step on things that should be moving but are sleeping. And then he sort of like leans back, puts his arm behind his head, and waits.
Oh boy.
He's digging in his heels, buddy.
Yeah. Miss Foam hops down. Do you have actual digging equipment, Miss Foam?
Does she?
She just whips out like since she got really long fingers, she could just like
She could.
scoop.
She
Yes.
could. That was the plan.
Put it in her mouth. Put it in her mouth.
Eat the clay.
Eat the
Chomp chomp. It is delicious. Very healthy.
Biff, by the way,
Yeah.
just gives Tsugi kind of like a mock salute, and
Oh. Biff
Starts
has learned
digging.
to be sarcastic.
Is it sarcasm, or did Tsugi loudly issue a plan and Biff has decided that therefore he's the boss? These are the real questions.
and you like to know.
Damn.
You know,
I-
damn.
You did say
Um,
mock salute, so
Yeah.
Well, that's just the player. Come on.
Nah.
Man.
5. I can't make you tell me.
Damn.
I just meant kind of an informal one, but yeah.
no, that's fair. Biff has not yet learned sarcasm, then sadly.
It's gonna
Okay.
go.
Oh, it's coming. Biff learning sarcasm is absolutely coming.
We'll work
It might
on it. I think, Frankie is cold and tired and wet and cross and is wants this to be over as quickly as possible so she can go and have a hot bubble bath, please. So she's just gonna be like standing at the edge of the lake, like poking it with a hoof, like, is this what we need? Is this the kind of mud that we're looking for?
Yes. And Miss Foam will turn to Tsugi and hands out and just like do the gimme expression, like gesture. My boy, you have.
I don't have a single clue what you're looking for, Miss Foam. Hey, Sleeve Irwin, who wants to give me that big old face? Who wants to give me that big old face right here?
Oh my god.
I'm not RPing the horse.
I think that's the horse reaction too.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's like, I'm not RPing the horse.
Oh god.
Biff's just gonna be digging until
Yeah.
someone tells her to stop.
I love Biff. I love Biff
This
so
is the
much.
kind of work she's made for.
Yeah.
Aw.
Bulldozer. She is a bulldozer of a lady.
Bulldozer, go out in
Enrichment.
the rain and get dirty, shit, stuff no one else wants to do.
I love her.
Enrichment.
She deserves a
Is
fancy bubble bath as well after this.
Yeah.
Is there like a bag in the wagon?
question.
Yeah, you can probably find probably what originally contained like your bedrolls and stuff, maybe.
Mm-hmm. She'll like grab one of those and then like drag it over, and yeah, probably say, put the clay in here, Biff.
She does it. She does that.
Enjoy entertainment, baby.
God.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah.
she's just, I mean, I will say, she's not being particularly careful of anything that is in the ground.
Can you
But,
can
you
you give me a strength roll, please?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
It's heavy dirt. It's heavy mud.
In the
Uh-huh.
meantime,
Yeah, heavy mud. So
Can I roll
heavy.
athletics?
Yeah, of course.
15.
Okay. That's enough that okay. So how this goes down is you shove your shovel in the dirt, and it's that big wet squelch kind of noise, and you grab your foot, kick it in a bit further, get ready to leave her up, and the first spadeful comes out reasonably easy. Thunk into the bad. Well, less thunk, more splat. It's wet
Yep.
clay. And then you do it again to the like spot right next to it. Thunk, splat. And then you do it again. Thunk. And then as you are levering it up, you notice that a lot more clay is coming than just like the chunk that should be sitting on top. In fact, it kind of looks like a massive chunk of slimy clay is now draped over the end of your shovel. And when I say massive, I mean it's nearly the same size as you. And you're not quite managing to lift it up entirely, but then it turns around and it kind of looks at you and it opens its mouth and just... And I would like
Biff
everyone...
opens her mouth and screams back at it.
Subtitles, roll initiative.
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone, please, roll initiative. You guys have found a mud skipper.
No!
Which I wasn't originally going to do them, but then you guys managed to avoid every bit of combat in the caves, so I'm determined to have some sort of combat again here.
It's because we're that good.
Oh god. Okay. Fuck.
Oh, the mud skipper did not roll high.
I want Biff to go first because I think the reaction is just good.
I mean, I know the first thing Biff's gonna do.
Yeah, it's just the timing would be so perfect if she does go
It's very
first.
good.
Well, roll lower then, I guess.
Yeah, sucks to suck. That's all I can say.
Alright. The order is Tsugi, Frankie, Biff, Miss Foam, and then the mud skipper.
This poor mud skipper.
You startled a party of adventurers.
It's just sleeping.
It was just a big sleepy boy.
Shouldn't have been
Okay.
sleeping when we were digging.
If someone dug through the ceiling of your bedroom, wouldn't you be a bit pissed?
Just a little bit. Okay,
Okay.
so I do want to give a little bit of
Shouldn't have been
visuals
sleeping in
for.
that room.
I do want to give a little bit of visuals for this thing. Do you guys know what a hellbender looks like?
I do.
I
Yes.
do
Like
not.
I can look it up.
Hellbender salamanders. They're a type of amphibian. They look so
lumpy.
weird. They're massive. They are.
Baby.
Okay, now
Yes!
imagine that, but even fatter and chubbier, and then, as I said before, around the same kind of size as Biff.
Yeah, Biff sized.
What a chonk! What a chonky
They are
baby!
chunky and squishy and slimy, and like this thing is like looks like it is made of mud, or at least it is covered enough in the clay that you cannot really distinguish it from the mud. But yeah, I love
Dumpy.
Hellbender salamanders so much. They're very good.
Why are you making us fight one then?
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
could have
say,
made it
this
any
sucks.
other animal.
Yeah.
They want to make us commit crimes.
Exactly.
Speaking of crimes, Tsugi, you go first.
Okay. No idea if this is going to work, but by golly, do I have two things that I need to use, and it would be hilarious if Kai is so flummoxed that A, let it happen. So I have to try. Tsugi is going to be using a point of inspiration because from where he's sitting with Sleeve Irwin, he's gonna go Secret Tool Husk and throw Miss Foam's, again, actively rotting husk, directly into the salamander's mouth. Does the salamander enjoy his free meal?
What do hellbenders eat, Kai?
I need to fucking
Do they
double
eat
check
worms?
this.
Are they detritivores?
Probably
What are they?
I
other
believe it's
like
predominantly
amphibians.
insects is the thing.
Oh, no plants? None at all?
I'm double checking.
We're checking the
I'm
Wikipedia
You're saying
article.
like frogs.
diet primarily on crayfish and small fish. They are not herbivores. So I
Ah.
think
Not even omnivores.
it's
They're like
no, it's they will eat predominantly like basically they're not quite carnivores but pretty fucking close to.
Mm.
So yeah, sorry.
Right. So, no, that's okay. Tsugi is still using that as his move
Yeah.
because now the mouth is occupied with bad taste and he has the chance to pull out his abstract
Hello?
spear. Yes, it's still in
Ooh,
his
did I cut
pants.
out?
I am sorry.
Oh,
I cannot
we can
change
hear you,
him.
Mark.
Whoa.
Oh dear. Mark's gone.
Oh no,
Oh,
we
no.
lost
Mark,
Mark.
we can
Hello?
hear you.
Oh,
Can you hear us?
Can you
Hi.
hear
Yeah, yeah.
us?
did Snail was talking and then stopped.
Okay,
Oh,
no, I think your internet may have just cut out for a second there.
All right. Let
Okay.
me say it
Well, I'm
again.
back now.
Okay.
Where did you lose me?
I don't know.
I'll
Spear.
just start from
Spear.
the top. Don't even worry about it. So, now the salamander's mouth is occupied with bad, rotting, bad taste instead of nice, mulchy taste, which was what Tsugi was hoping for. But either way, the mouth is still occupied, so it's going to be harder to bite Biff. Tsugi will then take his remaining bonus action to pull out his spear. Yes, it's still from the crotch area. I'm sorry, I can't change him. And he's going to actually stay on the cart. He is standing on the driver's seat, and he is holding the reins in one hand and like trying to keep Slave Irwin calm. But at this point now he's waiting because he doesn't get his second strike unless it's unarmed.
Okay. In that case, wait, if you're gonna, sorry, if you're attacking with your spear, then you are gonna need to make an attack roll.
I am not attacking
Okay,
with my
just
spear
holding.
because I did attack with the
Oh
moss.
yeah, true. I suppose that's that's basically your action, isn't it? Okay. Good news is because you did use an inspiration point, I can't say that it doesn't happen. It happens, and the mud skipper basically immediately just goes chomp. This thing's mouth is fucking huge. It could probably eat you whole, Tsugi, because you are a manlet. And
We stand a short king.
we stand except we don't stand him because he's terrible.
I'm going to depose this
He
king.
is terrible, but it's not
Uprising.
because of his shortness.
So yeah, just chomps down immediately and does look disgusted and does not seem happy in the slightest. It's been poked, it's been awakened from its nap, it has been half lifted up, and now has been fed rotting garbage. It is displeased.
We have not made a good impression on this mud skipper.
However, it cannot do much as it is still waking up from its nap. Frankie.
I'm about to make a worse impression on this mud skipper.
Oh. I would just like to say, Liz is making the note that won't eat Miss Foam. The rest of you in trouble, but won't eat Miss Foam.
So really, I've just saved 2 party members: Biff in the short term and Miss Foam in the long term.
Sure.
Just
Let's
saying.
let's call it
Don't
that.
give yourself so much credit. You didn't say Biff from anything. She's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Frankie has been sort of digging around, like he's been like sort of crouched down, like just sort of poking and digging around at the edge of the clay and not really looking at what was going on. So the first thing that she knows about it is big angry lizard noises, which makes her sort of like jump and like fall over backwards like eat, and she is going to cast cause fear as a sort of
Oh god.
just a sort of a action, just sort of a gut reaction. There we go. Can't speak. What's
Okay.
my spellcasty thingy?
I need to make a wisdom saving throw actually.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Which I don't. That's just a straight d20. That's an 8.
That's an 8.
This thing is now scared.
Okay, what? A question for Kai. What deep mortal fears does a mud skipper have? The sun, maybe?
Bigger mud skipper.
A bigger mud
I
skipper.
mean, quite probably.
Failure at mouth-to-mouth combat.
Wait, I do need to test what does cause fear. I just need to test cause fear. Well, not test. Have a look. It's
That's a
Does it
big
work?
cause fear.
It doesn't. Yeah, no, it doesn't say anything about doesn't affect creatures with into like in Scott. No, all right. So yeah,
I mean,
it affects,
everything can be scared, right?
except for apparently constructs or undead. So
Oh, okay, well, those are supposedly mindless, though.
Yeah.
So, like,
uh,
but yeah, the idea
They
is
can
just...
have minds if they want to.
Mind optional.
all right. Yeah, no, I think the mud skipper is now just like it's scared of even bigger mud skippers. Oh no.
Oh,
Like
no,
the-
what if that? Oh god,
That one fucker that keeps trying to come steal his territories back. Ah.
that's what all the digging was. That's what that's was who's trying to make him eat the garbage.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah,
I
the
don't
effect
like
of
this
that will
anymore.
be the effect of that will be when mud skipper's turn. It has to run away.
Yeah.
I don't like this anymore. Can we just let them leave? This is mean.
It's an option.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, you can. Biff, it's your turn though.
I mean, Frankie essentially did like kind of what Biff was gonna do anyway, which was to scare it.
Well, now
So
the
I
thing
think
is,
she-
it's only frightened of Frankie. It is not yet frightened of Biff.
Well,
I mean, do we want to
Scare it
fix that?
away. That means we don't have to hit it. Just
Yeah,
scare
yeah.
it. Scare.
now what I think might even be funnier is if she hefts the hammer like over one shoulder and catapults it as far away
Yes.
as possible.
Yes!
Yes.
Okay, make me.
Skipper's no good. Very bad. Horrible day.
You've heard of
we didn't kill
you've
it.
heard of skipping rocks. Now get ready for it.
God.
Skipping skippers. Okay,
God, this guy's getting.
make me the best athletics roll that you can, because you are tossing this guy like a fucking shot put.
21.
Oh wow, that'll
Hey, yo.
do it.
Hey, yo!
That'll do it.
Ready, 21.
I think this thing just like looks over at Frankie and goes, ah, looks at you, and just like opens his mouth again and just ah! And then
Yo, this ain't clay. Yeet.
you hear a very wet in the distance.
It's fine. It's
lands.
fine. It survived.
And then as it skitters off into the river to run away from you guys. We didn't even
Okay, so
get
only
through a
dig in
full
that
round of
spot,
initiative.
and we know that there's no other mud skippers there, and we get off scot-free.
I
How do you
spent time
start?
on this fucking character.
Use it later! Punish us later!
Anyway,
For once, revenge!
combat's
You big
over.
bad.
Fuck this.
Big
love-
bads, big bads.
And I think with that, we're calling our halftime break.
God,
I love
yeah.
you all. I love you all. I hate you.
I love you too. It just felt mean to hit him. I know.
Mhm.
After we already antagonized him, it felt mean.
This
So instead we
campaign
just scared him and shock
was a
him, but
mistake.
it's better.
No, it's perfect.
I'm going to the bathroom. I will be back.
Listen.
Goodbye.
Listen, D&D likes to encourage you to take creative choices when
Yep.
you enter an initiative.
And sometimes those choices involve
Creative
catapulting a
solutions.
mud skipper.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I was going to use Miss Foam's husk to feed the daffodil, but this seemed better, and it wasn't 100%, but it was worth it.
It was funny as fuck.
It was really funny, and the other thing is, Miss Foam is just a free generator of those anytime they use animals. So my plan isn't actually ended; it's just paused.
Uh-huh.
It's more like you know those the tests where when the animal pushes a button and it gets food and then they
Uh-huh.
do it, so sometimes food doesn't come out. That's what Miss Phone's wild shapes are like, because sometimes the husk is part of the animal.
yeah.
Sometimes
But if it's
the husk
like
is
smaller, if it's like small, like a frog.
yeah.
You guys don't realize this is just gonna encourage Tsugi even more, because
But he has to figure that out first, is the thing.
no, he's just gonna be shocked when it doesn't work. But then the next time it does work, he's gonna put it on the daffodil, and then inevitably the daffodil is gonna grow great. So he's gonna be like, okay, every time a husk is left behind, I just steal it for the daffodil.
Mhm.
This daffodil is going to attain
Mhm, I see.
sentience as a result of being fed on Musfoam mulch. Musfoam is going to
No.
have a little sibling.
Oh,
Ms. Mulch.
God.
Ms.
Mulch! Fucking full circle. Come back around to
Wait,
the
is it
original
there
name.
a post about someone who was like,
Yes.
yeah, my persona was
First
called
the
Mulch,
Uh-huh. And
and
it's
they
like
asked
somebody
someone
did
to draw mulch, but they just drew a pile of mulch?
Yeah, I'm getting the link now because you sent it like one of the first things in the planning chat.
It's
Uh,
just if this happens, this is so important to me. There are so many levels, several of which I can't even tell y'all. I'm losing my mind.
It's all good. Yep, found it.
Found it?
Show it to everyone. Expose us. Show it to everyone.
Yep.
Enjoy your mulch.
Enjoy your mulch.
Yeah.
To read out loud for anybody who may be listening to this, the post reads, if someone made pixel art of mulch, I'll be a very happy boy. And user Bowfly made pixel art of a pile of mulch with red eyes that just says, enjoy your mulch. And then continues to comment, throwback to the time I didn't realize that mulch was the name of someone's persona. Very good
Amazing.
post.
End post.
Classic.
In all fairness, mulch is not your typical persona name.
It's
not.
It's a good name.
So
It didn't mention mulch, my fursona.
Mhm.
just mulch in general.
This is like a fucking genie wish.
Fucking monkey paw cow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do an invest. Kai, I've you hoped that I had forgotten this,
Oh,
but I
God.
haven't. Can I look for bones in the river? In the Oxbow Lake, can I look for little bones?
Yes, you may look for
Yeah.
little bones. Give me an
Are we playing again?
No. I'm just
Yeah.
asking.
give me a
Investigation?
give me an investigation and a perception.
Oh, that cancels it out. I might as
Yeah.
well just. Okay, fine.
Because first you've got to be able to spot things, and then you need to investigate: is this a bone or just a pretty rock?
Fine, I'll do that.
But
We'll do that when we're back on camera. I actually need to stretch a bit. Hang on,
Yeah.
sorry. Camera?
I won't lie. I'm sitting in like a sunny spot. I'm like, I mean, I could go for a nap.
This is like this just
Fucking
in.
chillax.
Mock is simply and cat.
I'm comfy.
I am jealous. Send us some of your sun.
Yeah, I
Okay.
saw some trees blossoming outside. I was like, hell yeah, spring's around the corner. And then I realized hay fever exists. And I
Oh,
still
no.
want spring anyway. I don't want this winter anymore.
Fair.
Oh god,
I mean,
yeah, no, hay
yesterday there
fever's
was like
so-
a snow squall that was pretty bad. You couldn't see like 5 feet in front of you. So,
Damn.
but it's sun's out today.
What the fuck is weather? What the fuck is consistent weather as well?
Yeah.
One moment, muting for a sec. Okay. Waiting for everyone to be back.
Hello.
Hey yo.
Ew.
I am currently actually finishing that letter Miss Fern was writing, but I had it half finished.
Yes. Yes.
I'm
So I'm trying to
excited.
finish it off.
Oh, I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to read it.
Yeah, you get to read it.
Love being the
Cross.
I
DM.
mean, I didn't want to be like hoo, but if Frankie was, and she was distracted anyway, she had to deal with that conversation in the inn.
Yeah.
But she could have like looked over at any point and
Had a look.
read it. I just didn't want to give you something half finished that I might edit and be like, actually, wait.
It's like, actually, hang on, I don't want to establish this
Yeah.
on anything yet.
Hmm.
But no, don't worry. Even if you were going hoo, that's entirely within your right. Please do. That's what we're all here for.
I just want to say, I deserve a reward for you flinging my fucking mudskipper.
Yes.
For you lettered.
The only reason I didn't fight it was because it felt mean.
Yeah, like the contrast between having a setup of a creature that you can play about with and show off is fair, but also I can't see it any other way.
It's fine.
That flinging was perfect.
No, that was like, again, look, if I didn't want it to happen, if I wasn't actually okay with it happening, I just wouldn't let the roll work.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
just say,
Uh-huh,
you managed
yeah.
to launch at 10 feet, but it's still coming at you. But no, that was
No,
fucking hilarious.
so
I'm gonna let it
funny.
happen.
Yeet.
We are sorry. We do promise we're not against combat.
I'm not sorry. Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself.
Okay. Let me say this. I am sorry. Tsugi is not. But I am not opposed to combat. It's just that it felt wrong.
No, that's okay.
It felt mean.
No, that's fair.
Fling.
This was me being mean, is the thing. I was going to
Guys
make you
allowed.
all feel like heartless monsters.
Farewell, Crystal Girl.
As
and
is
my
my right.
beloved.
Yeah, but also
I mean,
consider
if it
you
didn't-
invited a bunch of clowns to this specific campaign.
I
Don't be
am-
surprised when we
if it
honka
didn't
honka
get
at the
frightened
person
and run
who's
away, Biff
Yeah.
would have smacked it.
Yeah.
So
That's that was also in mind.
Yeah, it's like I am fully aware that I am the ringmaster to a circus full of nothing but clowns. So
Mhm.
You're
this
just-
is what
you're just-
happens when a pie splats into my face. I should
You're
not be
just the
expecting
big
anything
clown.
else.
You're just the big clown.
The biggest clown of them all.
the biggest clown in the circus.
Honk honk.
Oh boy. Anyway, are we
Beloved.
back? Are we good? Are we good to go?
I'm back. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
I'm finishing up pizza, but it will be done within a minute. So as long as you don't involve Tsugi in a minute, you're good.
It's
Okay,
fine. I've got
that's
to do
cool.
my
All
bone
right, so we're
hunting.
back. And Tsugi, how are you?
Tsugi is currently eating this great pizza and is unavailable for comment.
He went and got snacks while this was happening. He comes back with a pizza box and somehow the clay is on fire.
While it's still raining. While it's still raining.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
We are all just gonna be completely covered in. We're gonna be filthy.
You're gonna nothing but
fine.
mud. Absolutely
It's
nothing
fine.
but mud.
You have prestidigitation. It's fine.
Well, I mean, speak for yourself. I don't.
You don't? Oh shit!
D-
I don't either.
oh, good.
Oh, good.
Oh, cool.
Okay, are we gonna start? Let's
Guys, we
start.
have
Let's
the
start.
fucking worst
we've already
wizard
started.
in this.
This is absolutely going. Anyway, so y'all are a mess. Y'all just flung a giant elemental amphibian, many feet. Y'all did find some clay, so congratulations for that. What do y'all want to do now?
Frankie is going bone hunting.
Guessing that was the 5 on perception.
Yeah, I'm still rolling my investigation because I really want those bones. 13.
That was an alright investigation, but really shit perception. I will be nice. I will be nice and give you 1 bone. 1 small bone, probably from a finger.
Well, it's better than nothing. She's gonna put it in her handbag.
Okay, please.
Like a human bone, or
Yeah, I was about to say like an animal bone.
That's for Frankie to know and everybody else to
No, I was
find
gonna
out.
say, with that investigation, you have no idea.
It's a
I was
bone.
gonna I was gonna say, I'm surprised that with that low of perception, Kai didn't stick another mud skipper on us this time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mud skipper 2, electric boogaloo. This time it's personal.
it's so fucking tempting that I should have just sicked multiple mud skippers on you at once. But also, no, actually, Hellbender salamanders are reasonably, like, isolated. Like, they're loners. They are loners, so mud skippers are as well.
Okay.
Also, I'm
so-
aware that actual mud skippers are some sort of fish, but also fish is an arbitrary concept. It is an arbitrary category, and we are not going down that route.
These are
Fine.
Kai's mud skippers TM.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they're all gay.
They're all of them. Yeah.
They are fantasy mud skippers, and they are full of chemicals that made the mud skippers gay. Yes.
Chemicals in the mud skippers game.
these mud skippers just full of chemicals. I don't believe it doesn't feel like we've actually started playing the game again yet.
Yeah.
To be fair, when we go on break, do we ever actually stop playing the game?
I mean,
Also, like,
I'm always playing the game.
we were surprisingly on time at the beginning. This is just turnabout is fair play.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
Okay,
Man.
so Frankie's found and bone. What do you want to do?
Probably.
How filled up is the bag after we got attacked by we surprised that mud skipper?
You got 2 solid shovelfuls, so it's not full, but there's definitely a chunk of clay in there. Couple of kilos.
Who has
Just dig
the
down.
That's fine. Who
If Miss
has
Phil wants
the
to hold it
communication?
open.
So that's what she was. That's what she was doing. She was
Okay.
gonna hold open the bag.
Yeah, Biff keeps going.
Yeah.
Nice.
I guess during this though, she is gonna ask who has the communication stone.
I got it out eventually. I think it's Tsugi. Because I think that
Tsugi did steal it off Frankie last time.
Yeah, Frankie and
Yeah.
Tsugi were squabbling over it, and I think he won that contest.
Oh my goodness, that's right, and he never gave it back.
Yeah.
I should have put that down.
Tsugi's got the stone.
I am so sorry. I should have written that down so that I could have it easily accessible. I just assumed that Frankie was going to steal it back and then never
that's
did.
right.
Nah, that's fine. But she is asking who has it.
And then Tsugi is going to roll 1. Hear that? 1 hammer space roll. Get a 4 and sort of like goes
I'm happy for him.
into the loops of his jacket and like holds it out on his pinky finger and says, "What do we want to tell the doctors?"
How
he is
much?
still. Sorry, go ahead.
How much clay we require?
10, 4, hut 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 7, 4, Dr. Boffin, Dr. Weird, hello, 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 hello,
Hello.
hello.
Hello! Tsugi, it's great to hear from you.
Like, we know
So-
that Sugi's this person, but it's still amazing every time to hear it live.
Mhm.
I was just gonna like leave it for a bit longer, then I'm like, nah.
So,
How are you
how
going?
much
Are you well?
clay?
Is everybody okay?
Yeah. Everybody is muddy except for me, but don't tell them that because then they'll immediately make me muddy. But everybody's doing fine. Honestly, we're doing better than normal because none of us are missing hit points. What's a hit point? Don't ask me that. So.
Oh no,
how
no,
much
I know
clay
exactly
do
what you mean about is the number of points that you can be hit for in what is that game? This is the ball of splots.
The what?
Ball, of course. Those hit
the
points.
splots ball. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
So how much clay exactly do we need? Or approximately? I'm not picky.
Oh, well, we need enough to construct a whole body from it, but give me just one moment. And you can hear him kind of like covering up the zone with one hand and just like, weird. Tippy, how much did we need to get? Oh, this is the clay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we will need absolute minimum of 4 kilograms. If you can get more than that, then that would be very helpful because we do need enough to, construct the whole body. But usually, you see, the Toon DNA has some very fascinating qualities. You get provided with a little bit of something, and it will make it even more so because it will kind of copy across. And
So for minimum, how much would be maximum useful?
no more than 20 kilograms, I would say.
Okay. Guys, we're aiming for 20, but the moment we hit 4, we can be done. You hear that?
Cut to just
Miss-
Biff and Miss Foam, who presumably is
Yeah.
still holding the bag, and Biff has been shoveling this entire
Yeah,
time.
just continuously.
I'm gonna
I don't
assume
know
that
if-
they heard it.
So,
Yeah.
you guys have managed to gather twice as much clay as realistically needed.
Uh-huh.
Just for the benefit of the audio, Kai rolled a D50 and we got 43.
You've got
Cool.
Great.
that bag is absolutely chock full of clay. You've got like a person and a half's full of clay in there.
Now, what size
think-
Okay,
person?
actually, hang on. Important question, and I'm saying this in Tsugi's voice. Sometimes Tsugi speaks in the third person because it's important. Won't we need 4 bodies worth of clay? Why just 1?
Oh, well, no, because you see, is not all of Sloppy, Gloppy, Floppy, and Sal, they are not all Hausen. Well, not just Hausen, not how they are. The Toons that tend to be made for clay, but back on track. Not all of them were actually made from clay in the first place. Right now, we only need like a little bit of ink for one of them. We need the clay for another. We're going to need the paper for 1 or 2 of them. The liquefaris crystal, we are not actually certain that we are going to be needing it, but we think it is very vital because we have not actually isolated what Sal is meant to be. It's a bit of a complicated mix of mediums, and we need to make sure we're going to get in the right body. But it's basically, we only really need it for 1 of them at most. Most likely, if not, as later experiments, we can always send you out to get a little bit more later down the line, yeah?
Yeah. Is Floppy doing okay? Sometimes they do this like wrist thing, but when they're not doing it, they seem to be sort of upset. Are they being gay enough? And feel free to roll insight.
I think I have to. 1 moment. 1 moment, please.
Beautiful. Snail, I love you.
I hate you.
I love you too.
That was a 19.
Damn.
So there are 2 things that Dr. Weird can hear in his voice. First, Tsugi is really trying to sound like he's joking and messing with Dr. Weird.
Boffin.
And the
Ain't that
second,
Boffin?
This is Boffin.
Yeah.
yes, sorry, it's Tidbit Weird, Dr. Boffin. What's Boffin's
Jeremy
last name?
Boffin.
Jeremy Buffin.
Jeremy Boffin. That's why I got confused. So Dr. Boffin can hear both that Tsugi's trying very hard to make this sound like a joke. Tsugi being Tsugi, dumb old Tsugi, ha ha ha. And then Dr. Boffin sort of thinks, and the one that Tsugi identified way back at the beginning of this arc as Floppy does do that wrist thing. And oftentimes it's like when they're like cooperating with the other blobs. So this is actually legitimately a question that Tsugi's trying to phrase as a joke, probably because he's a little concerned about Floppy.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
You will actively hear, like, Dr. Buffin's voice kind of soften a little bit and is like, they are all doing just fine, Tsugi. Do not worry, we are taking very good care of them, and they're getting along, and Floppy is, well, you can't really say that they are happy in this sort of state, but
I mean, who would be?
no, it's like there are no signs of upset. We are not seeing much in the way of this. You've seen the ink splatters that they try to do everywhere. It's not very pleasant. You see, minimal that we have tried to do our best to make them all comfortable.
Yeah, all right. And once again, because you rolled a 19 for your insight, you can hear that once again, Tsugi is trying really hard to sound like he doesn't care, but there is a genuine note of appreciation and relief in his tone as he sort of like swings the stone around his finger and goes, "All right, do we have any other messages before we meet him?"
Mm-mm.
Going once.
Frankie is still just poking at the mud.
Twice. Frankie has developed an obsession with the mud, so we're gonna see if we can rein her back, but if she isn't there, she has been claimed by the mud gods. Over and out. And he stuffs it into his hammer space.
Amazing. Okay, perfect.
Check. That's a 10.
Oof.
It looks heavy, but Miss Firm doesn't know what 4 kilograms is. She's pretty sure it's over that, but she doesn't know if it's 20.
I think it's the sort of thing like, does Miss Foam actually know what a kilogram is, considering I don't think forests need kilograms.
Yeah, just the metric system, the imperial system just kind of falls apart once you hit the forest, huh?
Yeah.
Is it bigger than a? Is it smaller than a big boulder? Is it
bigger than a bread
small
basket?
boulder? that's the scale that you're working on.
Yeah. She will just say, "I think that's enough, Biff."
Okay. And she's like down in another 10-foot deep hole.
Just eye level with Miss Firm in the pit.
Okay, I know you said you didn't need help last time, and I respect you if you don't need help this time, but are you sure you don't need help considering it's actively raining?
Say yes
Getting
solely
out of-
to get Tsugi in the mud.
12. She'll probably get out. She's fine.
Yeah, you have a little bit of a difficult time here, just because like the clay is
Slippery.
very slippery, so you're gonna wind up with it all over your nice newly painted tie.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But like honestly,
She's had worse on her tie.
at the end of this, y'all are just all
We're
gonna
breezing right past that.
Oh yeah, duh.
you're gonna wind up looking like absolute mud gremlins. Congratulations! I think Ms. Foam is the only one for which this looks kind of normal.
No,
Mhm.
here's the thing. Tsugi still hasn't been touched
Yeah,
by the
Tsugi
mud.
hasn't gone
He
in.
hasn't gotten out of the cart driver's seat.
You're still
He's
soggy,
just wet.
soggy Tsugi.
He's
Yes,
just
again.
wet.
He's still
Tsugi.
soggy.
Oh, he's wet and he doesn't like it, but he's not muddy.
God, little bastard. All right.
Okay, we got what we came for, right?
Mhm.
Right, son?
On to Toontown
I'll be
then?
right up.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Unless someone wants to shove Tsugi in the mud.
It would
No,
be-
it's fine.
The thing is, right, it would be extremely funny.
Mm-hmm. But
Again, I think that Frankie's just in too bad of a mood.
That's fair.
It's not the
Aw.
right kind of funny for
Yeah,
Biff
it's
right
not
now.
it's not the right kind. It's not the right kind of bad mood where you like kind of like take it out on other people in entertaining ways. It's more like, I'm soggy and cold and I only found one bone that I can't tell the species of. It's like, want to go home.
Oh, poor Frankie.
Yeah. Poor little necromancer.
Poor little.
Poor
Yeah.
little
Meow meow.
necromancer got
Yeah,
mud on her
it's the
shoes.
meow meow moments right now.
Meow.
can I literally just for this one gag keep the +1 from the dancer outfit? For one gag, I swear, and then
Yeah,
I'm
you know
changing him
what?
right back into the formal clothes.
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead, please. What is this? 13.
This is a 13. Frankie, would you be persuaded by an argument of a 13 level to dunk Tsugi in the mud and specifically then feel better?
Nah, see, I think again, I can't really find a way to make it work. Again, she's just gonna be just sitting on the cart. I think no, 13 it will not do it.
Fair enough. Tsugi, like, as they go to Two Town, tries to aggravate Frankie into a banter, and it just keeps not working.
Yeah. Oh no! See, that's sadder now. I didn't mean to make it like that.
Oh no!
Happens.
That's good. I'm not sad on Tsugi's behalf. Tsugi's trying to roundabout make her feel better, and
Aw.
sometimes it's better to just be direct about this sort of shit. Tsugi doesn't know that yet.
No, she's not taking the bait. She would just be sitting there, arms folded. Bad day.
Bad day.
Colors are very like. She looks like she's when those light up toys are low battery.
Yes.
Got that vibe.
Excellent. Oh, I love that. That's horrible. Like, she's obviously in an absolutely atrocious mood, but that's like, it's the whole, the lights aren't flashing as fast or as bright as they should, and any noises that they make is kind of slowed down and distorted and creepy as all hell.
You get it.
Sad, but it's about the vibes.
It's about the vibes.
Alright, well, you guys are gonna have to be driving for like another, like an hour in the cart, getting rained on, so at least a fair chunk of the mud does wash off, but also more of the mud does wind up ingrained in whatever clothing you've got until you guys can have a proper shower and wash your clothes and such.
I'm sorry to interrupt again, but I just had this vision of those photographs of cats that have just been dunked in water, and they're like that, but with Ms. Foam.
I thought you were gonna say Frankie, but that's even better.
Yeah, I knew you'd think that was why I said it.
She just deflates.
Deflates.
Does she?
I think the sort of the hanging sogginess is very much there. But I don't think she deflates.
No, that's
Not
fair.
completely.
She's too shaped to deflate.
Like the little bumpy like leaf things like become more pointy and it becomes soaked.
I do feel like you could probably pick her up and wring her out like a sponge.
Like a dishcloth.
Oh yeah, for real.
Just have Biff do that.
Fucking whips her out.
I was gonna say, consider the alternative that her leaves all like fill up like a sponge, like those little like dinosaur sponge capsules that you could put in
Oh my
water
God.
and then open up to be a
Miss Foam
shape.
is like a solid foot taller than she usually is.
Oh, I hate that. That's worse.
Both are good. Maybe that's what
This
she looks like
book.
while she's still out in the rain, and then once she gets like squeezed out, it's all the pointy and like,
It's ringed out, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
Perfect.
It's pointless, but it's funny.
Okay, but yeah, it's about an hour for you guys to get to Toontown from like the river near Happiest Place, and you get there and it's all good and you have everything except you're soggy. It's getting late. It is now probably early evening because you spent the whole morning doing your various odds and ends, and then the afternoon flinging a salamander about.
Oh. As you do.
In fairness, that wasn't the whole afternoon.
No, but it's early afternoon,
Someone has
and
to.
you guys have to meander through some rather strange and shady back alleys of Toontown before you get to this rather large warehouse. And Dr. Weird is standing outside with an umbrella. He is predominantly dry, but also only as dry as it gets in a downpour like this, and he's just like standing outside these big warehouse doors, looking around, occasionally checking his watch and waiting for you guys. He does not spot you though.
Frankie is going to wave. It's like, hello,
Wait,
hello, over
we
here.
could have snuck up on him.
No, she's gonna wave.
On him.
Well, I am glad that you didn't. Hi, yes, Miss Frankie, it's good to see you. You're all here. You've got everything. Did you said something about getting the clay? Did you manage to get that?
Yes. We have the
Yes.
clay, the liquidized crystal. We have our bottled lightning. We have good quality ink, thanks to our master of ceremonies over here. We have the paint, and everybody has all of their limbs.
That is always a good bonus. Yep. Okay. Glad to hear it. Everyone's safe. You.
I just want to imagine that when he asked about the clay, whoof, there's a big bag of clay right next.
Uh-huh.
He actively is bounced by the floor itself before landing.
Yes, I think he stays perfectly stationary, so he kind of jumps up and lands back down again, sort of thing. I'm like, yep, that will be more than enough. Thank you. It's yep, that'll be more than enough.
Good, we had to fight a mud skipper for it.
I don't know what one of those are, and I don't think I want to know. Anyway, let's get inside, shall we?
Yes,
you all
let's.
look like drowned rats, or potentially that mud skipper you mentioned, I'm not sure. And he'll pull open the warehouse door enough that you guys can just drive the kite right in.
Yeah, indoors, out the rain, hooray!
God, this phone must sound so squelchy. It's just bad.
Oh.
I mean, and she's used to it is the thing. That's why she's not been fucking complaining, but it's still just sonically unpleasant.
I am
It's either really wet or really dry, and there's no in between.
There is no in between.
And it's great.
I am gonna need some towels and a place where we can stable our good boy. And I am also gonna need one of those hoof cleaners so that I can dig all the mud out from between the hoof and the horseshoe. We're also gonna need some hair braiding gel, and Tsugi at this point is just being an ass.
Yeah, I think Tidbit will actually kind of like, oh yes, don't worry, we've got all that covered. For now, just to help you out a little bit, waves his hand and quickly conjures up some towels to hand out to all of you so you can quickly dry off.
Oh, Tidbit dear, you
Cool.
are an absolute angel.
Yeah,
Before doing anything, including taking a towel and drying off, Biff is gonna start unloading the cart.
Oh, no need for that. We've got we need to check through the magical items and we'll just leave that for now. We've got a couple of magic things to first before we've got to actually get it down to the lab and everything. And can I actually get you guys to all roll me perception as you guys are in the space, because it's not just an empty warehouse.
Right.
We're in danger.
Now, we're in a new location. Even better.
Frankie has a towel over her head.
Oh no.
That
She's
is a-
cleaning.
Perfectly even
Average.
10.
I love that.
Okay,
That's fair.
Liz, what is your perception score?
It's a +3, but am I allowed to do guidance on myself? 'Cause then I
Yeah,
can
if
add
you want, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say either give it to yourself or to me, but we both have a +3, so just do it for yourself. Oh, that's
Okay.
He is currently very diligently toweling down Sleeve Irwin.
Aww.
Oh,
Good. Fuck!
We're all miserable.
Biff.
We're all
Oh my
really
God.
tired.
Biff is the person who does not have any bonuses or additions or anything, is the person who rolled the highest
This is incredible.
Great.
at a
The
10.
towel is consumed with foam.
Yep.
She keeps walking with it just on top of her, like over
Yeah.
her.
This is amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so with an
Bumps
unnatural
into a
one,
wall, turns.
Frankie,
like a
yeah, you
Roomba.
don't see shit. You have the towel over your head and you are relishing it because it is fluffy and warm and freshly conjured and wonderful.
It's also got stuck on her horn and she's pretending that it hasn't.
Okay. Now, with that 10, 9, and 8, Biff, Tsugi, and Ms. Foam, respectively,
Yeah.
you guys look around and you see a perfectly serviceable magical lab. Like, there's weird beakers, there's benches, you see a couple of chemical showers in the back, just it's like this sort of, it seems like a pretty normal and, frankly, boring and ordinary lab, considering these aren't just scientists, they're sciarcanists. But also, you know what, funding, who knows, this does seem to be the lab.
Yeah.
I think I once smashed up a place like this.
Oh god.
Well, we'd appreciate it if you didn't actually smash anything, if that is at all possible. If you could just maybe, and then you guys hear a poof, and you see Dr. Buffon appearing out from behind one of the chemical showers. It's just like it moves the shower curtain out of the way, and it's like, everybody's here. Oh, you're all well. Oh, it's so good to see you again. Did you have a nice little trip? Was everything all right? You did say, I know you've called, but it's just so good to see you all again. And he's coming over and like clapping people on the shoulders and shaking hands, and is genuinely happy to see you all.
All right, wait, stop. Before we progress the plot, Boffin, since Weird won't give me one, do you have a hoof pick?
Uh,
Can you make a hoof pick?
that's what I can do.
I'm not gonna leave Sleeve Irwin over here with dirty, muddy-ass hooves. Yes, I can swear. I'll just remind you of that every once in a while. He says, facing the audience and then turning back to Dr. Boffin. I'm not gonna leave him with muddy-ass hooves while the rest of us get to parade around and be all warm.
Yeah. Oh, that is like he's just like that's what I can do. Well, actually, Tidbit, did you have any of that spells the Morphe things? That's and Tidbit's yes, yeah, I can do that. Boffin like kind of just grabs a hunk of metal out of the air, hands it off to Tidbit. Tidbit kind of smushes it in between his hands, rolls it out a little bit, curves it around, and then hands you one hoof pick for Sleeve Owen.
All right. He very quickly does hoof pick through Sleeve Irwin's hooves, and pat Sleeve Irwin on the shoulder when he's done, because Sleeve Irwin was very well behaved for him, going under each hoof and tapping it and then pulling it underneath his leg just to real quick pick all the mud and grit out. And he's like, okay, now I can have a towel and a pat on the back and whatever the fuck is going to happen next in this stupid plot.
It is very good to see that you are taking such good care of the horse. I am glad that we left him in such good hands. But did you maybe want to save that for when we get down to the stables?
Tsugi opens his mouth, closes his mouth, gestures with his hands, prepares to open his mouth, closes his mouth. Opens his mouth again with the finger pointed up. Rolls, hammer space, pulls out a canteen and sips from it. That's it. That's... He just
And then
assumed
says
that
nothing.
you guys didn't have stables, so he was doing it now. But since you guys do have stables, he looks like a damn fool.
Oh, he was trying to be nice, though. This is what you get for trying to express a feeling.
Yeah, I think like Boffin just kind of like throws his hands up and backing away a little bit. It's like, you seem so intent on what you're doing. We didn't want to interrupt you. Anyway, moving on. And Tidbit starts kind of like circling the wagon, taking out a couple of bits and pieces of specifically the more magical stuff. And just like, you mentioned before that you managed to pick up some lightning and a crystal thing. What was all that about?
Oh,
Yes.
yes, the pocket lightning. We picked that up on our...
Same gag.
Crystal
Yeah. Funk.
has been funked onto the floor next to him.
Thank you. Yes. Tsugi kind of just like leans down a little bit, like because he's bent at like a right angle here, just like at the waist, and just like kind of poking it with the rubber end of his pencil for a little bit, watching it spark, and just fascinating. Well,
Wait,
this
if
does
you're
mean we don't need to
Tsugi
bring out the
and
lightning
I'm
conductor
Tsugi-
and everything, but ooh.
Oh,
Fine,
I like
Tsugi.
the
You did say
lightning
Tsugi, okay?
conductor.
Well, we can always still do that later on if you wish, but well, I mean, having the extra lightning isn't going to do any harm.
Look at me. I'm Tsugi now.
No!
What?
If you're Tsugi and
Kai,
you're
you
Tsugi
accidentally said
and I'm
Tsugi, and now we're
then
just...
who's taking care
Did
of
I?
Sleeve Irwin?
Oh well.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
We're being gremlins, ignore us.
Ignore us, please. I'm sorry.
Completely missed that.
I meant Tidbit.
I know.
No, we knew. I'm just hassling you.
Oh boy.
God.
Oh yeah, so Tidbit's gonna
So
be
he's looking at the crystal.
Yeah, he's looking at the crystal. You've got Buffin kind of like looking around, like Buffin is still kind of checking on people and making sure that they're all right, because yes, you all called multiple times and said that you're all right, but also he wants to make sure that you're all right.
Oh.
He's a good boy, and we don't deserve him. Especially not Tsugi.
Yeah.
Let me be very clear here.
Yeah, well, it's like not necessarily made his life easy, but okay.
All right. But yes, if you've got all this, all right, we will need to take the magical stuff out out of this. We can't transport that with the rest. But so that's going to be the paint, the lightning, the liquidized crystal. How like grab that one and double checking, and he's just like double checking through everything in the cart. Now the gun cotton isn't technically magical, but it is explosive. So Jeremy, what do you think? It's like, well, what is explosive if not simply arcanokinetic heat and kinetic magic, isn't it? You do make a good point, and we should, and it did say something, and if
Not
it's
to
simply for the
disrupt
but-
this fascinating scientific conversation. It will be right, by the way. But perhaps we could move it first and discuss it later.
Yes. Oh, yes, you are very good. All right, I'll tell you what. We shall just we'll take everything out. It's better safe than sorry. But let us sort it out, and we'll be right with you. If you the showers, they do have well, it's not hot water, but it's warm. If you I know you just got dry. Anyway, we'll be right with you. And they basically scoop everything out, and you get this wonderful shot of Tidbit trying to drag the massive sack of clay along the ground.
Pipe cleaner of a man. This pipe cleaner of a dude.
Wig-like.
I'm so torn on whether I want Biff to like just take it from him or let him do it because he didn't ask
No.
for help.
He didn't ask. If he
Fuck.
asked, then Biff would do it, but he didn't ask.
I mean, he did literally directly tell her to wait.
Mhm. I think letting Tidbit drag it is funny.
Yeah.
I
And-
think it's funnier.
It's funnier. I do miss I do enjoy the image of a hypothetical of Biff carrying the sack of clay with Tidbit still holding it.
That is also good.
Another time. Right now,
Another
he is
time.
dragging it
Yeah,
right
I
past
think-
Biff, but he didn't ask for help, so Biff is just watching him.
Mhm.
I think it probably gets to a point of like halfway through where Tidbit stops, wipes his brow, and then just realizes, wait. And while you've got Boffin over off in this nice clear area, because like the part of the reason the warehouse, you have got like the lab section in one bit. There's also just a lot of empty floor space. You've got Boffin over drawing little chalk circles with things in the middle of it, and tapping on them, and there's a fish, and it zwap, and they just vanish. And then Tibbet just goes, wait. Leaves the sack exactly where it is, pulls some chalk out of his pocket, and just draws around it because he didn't actually have to drag it anywhere.
Amazing.
Incredible. Flawless.
Scientists, baby.
They
High
specialize
High
In
in
the whiz.
teleportation
High int, not the greatest whiz. Actually,
and 0 strength.
they've actually both got halfway decent whiz, but also not great wisdom compared to their int, so... But yeah, bit by
Oh,
bit, all the
bless.
ingredients have been teleported down, and then you've got Tidbit going back over to the cart and making a little checklist of all the various supplies that you guys still have. So it's like things like the sleeping bags, any food that you've got left, bits, like odds and ends of the various traveling rations that they gave you, and also the shit that you stole from the bandits.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot
what?
that we have that. Oh, did they get here, by the way?
Yeah.
They did. You did actually call them about that before, so they did arrive, and
I don't remember. That was months ago.
Great.
that's fair. But yes, if you ask them in person, like if you ask them, we don't necessarily RP it,
It's fine.
but it's like yeah, they'll confirm. They're already down in the lab. It was a bit of a hassle transporting them. If they were interesting things to try and find the right glyphs and sigils and everything for, but yeah, no, they're already down in the lab. They've been running tests on them. They've been hanging out with Floppy, Gloppy, Sloppy, and Sal.
Excellent.
Tsugi makes
Very
an
good.
approving nod at the fact that they have taken to their names. You have earned a little bit of Tsugi's goodwill.
You have to call
Damn.
them something.
Tidbit was being corrected by Boffin every single time Tidbit tried to not say the names.
Oh.
I think it's really
We
just a
love
matter
you
of different
now.
opinions.
Mm.
Because
yeah.
one could also make the argument that it's actually quite disrespectful to call them that.
That's
But
true.
they're
Tidbit did
not
make
their
that
actual
argument. Tidbit did make that argument.
Yeah,
Sugi
yeah,
just
exactly.
argued louder.
Exactly.
I
True.
still think it's quite cute because you can't, even if you don't know their actual names and you don't know who they are at the moment, you still need to call them. You still have to call them something, and if you're going to call them something, you might as well be consistent with the labels that you've given them, which are affectionate ones. So I think it's cute.
No, it's good.
It's good.
I'm for it. I'm just,
No, you make a good point. You make an extremely
You
good
make
point.
an
Devil's
excellent
advocating.
point. Yeah, Tidbit would have definitely argued.
Tidbit's valid. Is all I want to
extremely
say.
valid.
Tidbit argued that, and then Jeremy was just like, no, but consider, this will make Tsugi less grumpy with us.
Hmm.
Incredible! I can't believe that Tsugi of all people factored into their decision making.
Look, after the big long conversation and that one FPS that we're still yet to have,
Nice.
Boffin does
Call
find
me
it.
out! Call me out! I need to hop on this stuff.
Boffin does find it very important that Sugi's wishes are also important. But anyway, we've got Ms. Foam wondering about, did anyone actually make use of the showers?
No.
Tsugi did, but he used Expeditious Retreat, so no matter how short the break is, as soon as the doctors like turn around and say, well, it's time to resume the plot, Tsugi is back there, still toweling off his hair, back in the grayscale fit, because Biff hasn't asked for their fancy set of clothes back.
Sticky fingers.
Biff is not gonna like take a shower until work is done. So
Oh, I mean, no, that's
Still on the
fair.
clock.
Sensible. Frankie's still in there.
Frankie's still in there.
Frankie's in there.
Okay,
Frankie hasn't come out since they got here.
Nope.
no, you guys are stuck waiting around for Frankie then, so it's like the
Oh,
doctors will
yes.
finish off what they're doing and just
Hey, can
how
I borrow
was
that
it,
health
old
pick?
trip?
Sorry, go on.
No, it's fine, you go.
No, it's something. Whatever. Go.
No, it's literally just Buffin, just like they're basically standing around twiddling their thumbs, waiting for Frankie.
Well, if you really want to know how the trip was, nearly a week passed since the event of the fateful party turned desultory slaughter.
Don't.
For anybody who doesn't have access to the server, I was reading word for word from the plot so far.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
You're welcome.
How long does Frankie?
Can that
stay?
keep going? Can that just be like a background bit and just Tsugi just
No.
doing that?
No.
I
We don't have
say
to
it
roleplay,
very
but I
quietly.
want that.
No, you know what? Yep, if you desperately want that. How long does
You
Frankie
guys
spend
been
in the
up
shower?
Frankie
Hard at work, trying to
sails
fix as
in,
much of the mess as they can.
about,
They
half
haven't.
an hour
You guys had the
later,
idea to help the creatures.
uh,
but
Okay,
with
I will
burned
tell you
into
right
our
now, the hot
can't-
water
I
does not
can't.
last
No,
that
Okay,
no, no,
long.
fine. How
stop.
long does the hot water last then? How long does the hot water last?
The hot water lasts for 10 minutes max.
Okay, then call it 25 minutes because she's spending. She's got her hammer space. She's got her conditioner and her polish and glitter glue and all of that.
And a lot of fur to
Of
wash.
course.
And a lot of fur to wash, but she does sail in later, looking very, very shiny and sparkly and smelling like fake grapefruit. And she is looking a lot better. And she's just going to clap her hands together and be like, so, where do we start then? And she is going to pay absolutely no attention to the fact that she's made everybody wait.
Fair.
Biggie is glaring daggers at her.
Biff is literally just still completely covered in mud. So.
So sad.
Oh, Biff.
Okay,
Biff needs a bubble
Can I-
bath.
Biff needs a
can I roll Dex to just towel Biff off a little bit?
I mean, she took a towel and kind of like dried the wettest parts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more
but
attention.
but mud. Let Tsugi help at least with the mud.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Do you want me to roll
She-
anything,
she-
or do you want to say just Tsugi got the worst of it?
You could get the worst of it. She didn't. She literally did the same thing when she was in the water in the cavern. She did not dry herself off. The fire did that.
Mm-hmm.
If
Make this
Fine.
woman understand the concept of self-care.
Okay,
If
now
you still
now
have
you
work to do, there's no point.
now you can put your
You get
arm
here then.
down. I am gonna need access to your leg, so go ahead, kick that foot up. Yeah, all right, keep it balanced like that. All right.
If you're asking
then
her
we
to
gotta-
balance, that's a different story. Hang on.
Well, that requires
Yeah.
a
this
roll.
was a roll.
Let me just check what that is. Yeah. Okay,
Alright.
she does. That was a
17.
dex check.
She does
17,
a
I'm gonna
perfect
say
arabesque.
covers all of the things. Tsugi does a decent job. It's not an amazing job, but it's decent.
That was her ability to stand still and not fall over standing on one foot.
Yep, that was perfect. Okay, so yeah, you guys are stuck waiting around for a while. At one point, Tidbit does I'll go like, I better go grab the stuff. I'll be right back. And he walks into like the chemical shower directly next to Frankie's. Kind of touches the knob and then zoof, he's gone.
Ooh.
Oh,
Shit,
Okay.
you went down the drain. Sorry.
That's
Like a solid 2 minutes passed, and then whoof, he's back directly in the shower and just walks right back out as if nothing happens. So
Biff, like a dog who just had the like blanket trick pulled on them. Was
Oh.
like,
oh.
but instead of like, going nuts and looking, she just stared the entire time.
Yeah, just
When's he
that
coming back?
exact spot.
I think at one point he's like, because I think specifically because this is Biff and Boffin was the one that stayed up. He's like, just like, oh no, so don't worry, he will be right back. See, fun little thing, watch this. And he goes over to the same shower stall and taps on the tap, and nothing happens. See, it doesn't work for me. Only works for him. My one is actually the one that Miss Frankie is in at the moment, so I kind of stuck up here till she's done. But until now. And he walks back out again, and then poof, Tidbit's back. And
And Biff looks equally amazed when he reappears.
alright, so he's like, alright, well, Frankie is still there. We can at least start on measurements if we're done with the cut. Alright, so, and at this point, they both pull out measuring tapes and calipers and various little measuring devices and scales and such, and a couple of odds and ends. And what was that roll for, Liz?
We get
Oh,
distracted,
so
we're trying
so
to do
I'm
plot in
sorry.
the background. These two are running around after each other with the fucking yakety sax playing.
Yeah, essentially.
So, this is all just while Frankie has been showering forever, but Tsugi has realized that although Miss Foam was wrapped up in a towel, she was not properly dried. So he did chase her down with a towel and give her a thorough drying. Everybody is going to be dry. He hates being wet, so everybody else must too. Come here, you little. And of course, this is all done by the time we're actually at this part in the plot. I just had to real quick catch us up.
No, you know what? I think they probably come at just as Frankie is walking out of the shower, finishing toweling off her mullet.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm
funny.
sorry. Please go ahead.
Well, while we have Tsugi holding on to Ms. Foam like one wooden errant pet.
I'm trying to think if it would be funny to make like a Miss Foam burrito.
What?
Just wrapped in a towel.
And
That's like
you can just see the eyes
Yeah,
It's
it's just
some-
towel and
at the end
eyes.
of the burrito.
It's like it's rather instead it's like an inverse sushi.
Mhm.
You have like white around the outside and still green on the middle.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Okay.
We spent
Tsugi
15 minutes trying to
does
get
have
the
her
thing.
under his arm, fully burritoed.
Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Please continue.
Okay. So, as I was saying, well, Time to get everybody measured up then. And yeah, they pull out measuring tapes, calipers, scales, odds and ends, and strange little magical devices, and some wands with lots of little growing, like, they don't really look like wands, but also they are. They are sticks with little growing rocks on them, but they seem a little too polished and a little bit metal even. And like and all different colored gems light up as they wave them over you and measure you up and like grab your arm. Measure
Oh,
along
wait.
the length of that.
Oh yeah, no, Biff
wait.
is like she's looking so suspiciously.
And like
I did not agree to any of this. What the hell are you two doing?
so, well, we need to make sure that you're not going to get tried by security measures down to the lab. Just do not worry.
Excuse me, the what?
What are the security measures? I mean, you saw the you did see the teleportation circles and the stalls, correct?
Well, yes.
Oh yes, those are specialized. Yes, you see, I thought that one was there. It didn't work for me because that one is tidbits and he's specialized solely to him. He can't go in mine. I can't go in his. None of the other researchers all have their own as well. Yeah, so we have very specialized. We get there's permanent teleportation circles for us because obviously we work here. We're in and out very often, so but they only work for us. Anyone else coming into the lab, they need to be specifically vetted by us. They need to be measured up, and we need to get very special circles that work only for them. Yes, you see, so based off their species, their heights, their weights, their magical DNA, all those that sort of fun stuff. We need to make sure it actually, suits them. Because if it doesn't suit them, say, do not get down into the lab. Okay?
You didn't fucking tell me any of this shit before I came here.
Boffin is specifically going to be coming over to you, Tsugi, and just like, I know. It's just yours. We will get to you last, okay? I will do it myself. I promise. It's like they will not know anything. We will not say anything. Is okay? Please.
Tsugi is basically like 2 decibels away from growling outright. He's not happy about this. He's very not happy about this.
This is like once we do it once we have all the measurements, we'll know exactly and what you need. And if you're gonna be...
so you can save them, so you can keep track of us.
We can't track you. No, we can't track you with any of this. This is again, it's only the physical stuff, so that we can, it's safe. You don't know how teleportation and conjuration works.
Presumably, it's to stop you from arriving in the next place turned inside out.
Yes, that is one of the effects that could happen, and we want that to not happen. It's a safety measure. We've got a lot of very delicate stuff down there that we really don't want to. Yes, this isn't the greatest amount of time. It's why we got this whole fake lab set up so that when this get taken in, they can steal all the stuff they like from here, but they don't get the actually important stuff. And because you are one of the important things, we want to make sure you get down there in one piece, yeah?
Tidbit measures me, not you.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Tidbits is just
What it would
write
feel
stuff
like to
down.
be
No,
inside
no,
out.
noting out. I know the speaking under your. It's like not. Yes, I've got secrets. Yeah. Okay. All right. And will you let them go to work or?
Tsugi barely lets them go to work. He still makes them hold to the fact that he gets to go last. He is like radiating as much anger as possible. What was that roll?
It was just
Frankie?
insight to see if Frankie picks up on whether you are just making a fuss or whether you are genuinely upset. A 16 is just enough for her to hold her tongue.
Yeah, he is genuinely upset.
That's...
I would say even with a 16, even though that's a pretty decent roll, you don't get any sense as to why.
Oh, no, there's absolutely no sense of the
Could
context.
try and make a deception, or, he doesn't really seem like he's hiding the fact that he's mad.
Mhm.
No, he's not.
Oh, this
he's
isn't,
not rolling deception. He is angry and freaked the fuck out by this.
Yeah. Like this is less to tell whether because Tsugi is hiding it. and more because Tsugi is somebody who Frankie does not have a very unbiased emotional read on. So it takes an active role to tell whether she can tell accurately what he's whether he's this is a genuine thing for him, or whether she feels he's making a fuss, if that makes sense.
It's so good. I
Well,
love you,
you
Frankie.
probably don't want to be turned inside out. I've seen that once. It's not pretty.
You lead a very
Tsugi's
interesting life, my dear.
lips are sealed. Tsugi's arms are as heavily crossed as he can get them. He is like, most of the time he's short. Right now he's like a little bit shorter because he's like pulling into himself like as much as possible.
The hunch.
He's displeased.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, yeah, no, that's fair. In that case, yeah, it's going to be Ms. Foam, Frankie, and Biff that are going to be measured up first, and Tsugi can kind of just stand over to the side for the moment as they go through, measure up every bit. Like, they will kind of measure each individual fingers, lift up little bits of fur. You've got, like, Dr. Boffin tapping on Ms. Foam's mushroom, like, Tidbit leaning in with a clipboard, asking a couple of questions. It's like, now, Ms. Foam, I couldn't quite tell from looking. Were you worn Frankenelli rubber hose? I don't suppose you're UPA in at all. And going up to going up to Frankie and just going, all right, now, Frankie, deeply important question. Very sorry. I need, couldn't quite tell from looking. Was your weight, it's just the fur, or it's rude to ask a lady? Which one?
She takes the clipboard, writes something down, and hands it back.
Well, I never. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. Biff, very odd question, but may I please see underneath your hat?
She like blinks once. Before, yeah, I mean, she does remove the hat. I don't realize I don't have a picture of this. She actually has hair in a little bun up there.
Wonderful. Okay, perfect. And like quickly notes that down. Meanwhile, you've got Boffin around the outside starting to draw a large circle around you and you three and the cart. And he's started filling in a couple of major glyphs, but most like at this point in time, it's circles within circles and a couple of lines leading here and there. It looks intricate. They're using chalk. This teleportation circle, though, is a solid 20 feet diameter. And it is already starting to be filled in with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tiny squiggles and glyphs, with a couple of items that Boffin is pulling out of his pocket, like glowing crystals, shards of very overly shiny glass, a little bit of ink, and various other magical reagents. Meanwhile, once Tidbit is done kind of asking questions, filling out a checkboard, he passes the board over to Boffin, just like, yes, thank you. I don't suppose you know if there's the, I was like, yes, this one. Tidbit takes something out of his pocket, passes it over to Boffin. I will note, this probably isn't the first time you have seen it, but it's definitely the most obvious time that you have seen these guys, like, efficient, knowing what they are doing, getting on with things, and working well together. There's a lot of half-asked questions that get answered before they even get properly asked, as one tosses a piece of material over to the other, or answers a question of like, how much did this person weigh? And it's a big old mess like that. And as once that happens, Tidbit is going to go over to Tsugi and quickly conjure up just a paper screen blocking you two out from the side of everyone else. And he is going to take a couple more measurements, being very gentle, and he will kind of just hold his hand out for your hand and just go, please, I need to measure your arm and check what...
Tsugi still like radiating malice. As long as it's outside of like under his clothes or anything, does comply, but Tidbit does have to ask every single time, hold out your arm, Now please hold out your other arm. I do need to see how long your leg is. Hold out your leg, etc., etc.
Yeah.
He is technically complying with every single thing asked, but he is not taking it a step further.
The letter
He's
of
not-
the request and no more.
No, that's fair. Tidbit, on his part at least, doesn't seem frustrated at all. He just kind of seems patient and not understanding, but it's the sort of thing he's not gonna go pushing it. I think there would, if you will allow it, you are allowed to say no and say that Tsugi snatches his hand back. I think there will be one moment where Tidbit is just kind of holding Tsugi's hand, moves his thumb just to nudge Tsugi's sleeve slightly, not even looking very far, just kind of at the wrist where some of that black shading starts showing more obviously, and just looking at that.
Roll me. I guess it would be investigation because he's technically looking hard
Yeah.
for something.
Like, he does have a reasoning behind this, but also if he doesn't get this information, he could. That's a 25.
Oh boy.
Now, I will say, you do not need to state this information on the microphone, on the recording, if you want.
I think you should.
But also, this is an opportunity for you to hint something if you wish.
Oh, if anybody else has something, or even if you want to say Boffin does something, go ahead. I want to think very carefully about what I say.
Okay.
If you guys also just want to have a side gag that is also 100% okay, I want to make sure I phrase this right.
Hi, I have a gag so I can give you time.
Yes.
Please.
Kai mentioned that Tidbit asked for Miss Phone's hand, but I did honestly think which one. Because it could just be a gag of she brings out the sort of dark sort of stick-like hand. She brings out a mummy hand. She brings out a sort of tomb-gloved hand. She brings out a paw. Just pick. Just take a pick. This one.
The thing is, Tidbit will be kind of nodding, going, okay, and noting down every single one that you pull out.
Amazing.
Yeah, just register them all. She is very thorough and compliant, but it does get a bit long in the tooth with the gags.
No, to be fair, thorough is what is needed here. You want to make sure that you are covering absolutely everything.
Mm-hmm.
I realized I did have a picture. I have cropped it.
Happy Biff!
That's
Happy
so
Biff!
cute.
But yeah, she's got a little bun. Her hair is
Make her
actually
happy.
not super short.
Mm-hmm.
We
Okay,
love
I-
her. Mark,
I-
why is she happy?
Reasons.
I hate the fact that you laugh.
Hold on,
hate
I
that
need an image.
No,
I need to get an image now. Hey, Snail, do you still need time? Because
Don't, Dre, do not say anything. That was because I think you've seen this picture.
Oh! No, I think I might. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I think I do. Yes.
Do we want to
Like
share
over
with the
Kai's
audience?
shoulder at one point.
I mean, yeah, I think you may have seen it over my shoulder at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm
I've seen that. Does not.
Okay, so yeah, that's
Okay,
going
I
on. Buffin will instruct you guys as this is going on. Just now, this will be so much easier if you make sure that you have nothing in your pockets, nothing you are carrying. Please put it in your hammer space. Hammer spaces teleport surprisingly easy considering how complicated magics they are. So yeah, anything you're carrying, hammer space that way, zero complications.
Yeah, hang on.
Okay, I think I've got it.
I'm like, what does she technically not have in her hammer space?
You got to put the hat in the hammer space.
I mean, that's
No.
just
Just
part
in
of the
case.
design.
The
right?
hat's part of the design. You can keep
that's
wearing the
design.
hat.
Ah, fair.
The things that you are wearing, you get to keep.
Yeah, no, because she's not really carrying too much outside of it.
Okay, I think I've got it. I think what happens is Tidbit sort of uses his thumb and brushes against the sleeve. And I don't think he sees anything because it's shadow, so it's all in black. But as he brushes his thumb just like peeks under the sleeve, not because he's looking for anything, but again, he doesn't see anything. He feels a texture difference. It almost feels like it was crumbling underneath the brush of his finger, and in that instant, Tsugi's arm is snatched away, and I am going to have to roll to grapple.
Oh no.
Ooh, fun.
Nice.
Oh no.
This wizard is about to get folded. Oh no, dear.
Fold it like an origami
it's
crane.
a strength rather than
I mean-
attack, so that's a 7.
Or I can make well, now the thing is, I think it's the sort of, I could technically use either strength to break out of it or dexterity to weasel out of it. Tidbit
Yes.
actually has better strength than dexterity.
It's
and
athletics
that's
or
not saying much.
acrobatics.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, athletics,
Well,
acrobatics. Yeah,
pick your poison.
well, technically, if I could do, yeah, it's just ain't shit. It ain't shit. That's a 2.
Yeah.
That's a
Yo.
2. Okay, so what happens is you see the moment that his thumb brushes against underneath the sleeve. You see his moment of like reaction as Tsugi's hand is like shot out from his hand, and then behind the partition you see tumbling out of it furious Tsugi, sort of just like rolling over and over with Tidbit. This is not the sort of thing where it's like Tsugi's full out attacking, but it's also not quite a dust cloud fight because it's not even that together. They're just sort of like flopping over, and Tsugi's sort of like hurling him this way and that way.
Does he, like,
then
spin into the ground?
The very next snap cut, you see Tsugi has both of his hands folded as they resume the rest of the measuring.
Jesus Christ.
Nice, nice, nice,
Oh,
nice,
boy.
nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, I think it's the sort of thing where just, yeah, Tidbit definitely would have like frozen up when you grabbed him, but also purposely would not have said anything, would not have made any sort of fuss, just standing there and waited. And then I'll make a note of that. I won't say anything to anyone. Have my word on it.
Not make a note of that.
I have to make sure you're going to go down, that you will get down safely. It's not written down anywhere else. I promise it will be, but I have to for the sigils, and if we're going to teleport,
Write it down, but then tear it up when you're done with this stupid circle. Got it?
I pinky promise I won't tell anyone. And he holds his hand out, pinky extended.
Tsugi's shoulders actually just so slightly relax, and he takes the pinky promise, which, as we all know, is very serious in
Mhm.
iQuo. And then doesn't make a comment, which eventually Tidbit takes as confirmation that, yeah, that's okay, because he did take the pinky promise, but he's not saying, okay, you can go finish measuring me up. He's ooh. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. I think also, at the end of it, he will pass you a potion full of like a glimmering red liquid. Just not for now. You had it in case something went wrong while you were out, and glad to say everyone got safe. But in case you need it, you know.
Tsugi takes it, puts it in his hammer space. I'm making a note.
I will give you stats and stuff on it later.
No rush.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. And he waves his hand, and the paper screen from before disappears, and he kind of gestures you over to join everyone else in the cart in the middle of the circle. Grabs out his piece of chalk again and starts filling in all the various sigils that Boffin had been leaving, specifically like specific blanks in the designs, because those are the bits where Tsugi's details go, basically. And he starts filling them in, and you do see, like, this one... Tsugi, you catch this, because, again, your passive perception's ridiculous. You get this one moment...
Also, he is paying attention to everything right now.
Yeah. Boffin does kind of, like, see what Weird is filling in, and kind of, like, raises an eyebrow at Dr. Weird. And Dr. Weird just kind of, like, shakes his head, keep it quiet, sort of like, no, don't, it's not worth, don't bring it up. And they both just get back to work without saying anything. And, I think at that point, eventually, it takes, like, a solid minimum of 20 minutes. It's probably closer to half an hour, if not longer, for them to have done this whole massively intricate circle. It kind of makes you guys look a little bit dizzy just looking at it. There are so many complicated glyphs, everything's intersecting. The more you look at it, the more complicated it seems. You don't have to roll me con saves, it's okay.
I'm going to, because I think it'd be funny. That's a 9. Frankie
Okay.
feels ill.
Frankie, well, question.
Wizard.
I know.
Was Frankie actively trying to study any of the runes?
Yes, she was.
Okay, that's probably why you feel sick. Was anyone else trying to actively study any of the runes?
No.
I don't think Miss Foam is like trying to understand. If she doesn't get it, she understands she doesn't get it, but she is so intently looking, nevertheless.
Also, Frankie, does Frankie get like an Arcana check to see if she does pick anything up, even though it makes her sick?
Not with a 9.
No, not with a 9. Earlier, I did that, just a straight intelligence check to see like how much she kind of vaguely understood what's going on. Got 13, which, considering that she is level 4 and this is level, what is it? What level is this?
10
This
minimum.
is level 10. Yeah, she's that's nothing. So yeah, so
That's a nat 1!
That's a nat 1 on a con save from his foam. You now have a splitting migraine. This because the
Full
thing
swirly eyes.
take the condition, migraine.
because this is a whole you know what nature magic is. You know what druidic magic is. You know how magic moves around when you are in the forest surrounded by other beings. This right here, you can tell it's magic, but this is not magic. This is not magic. Why are you forcing it into these lines? Why are you making it follow these pathways when it wants to be doing other stuff? And now you are getting sucked into these pathways, and it's not how your brain fits. And oh yeah, no, your head hurts.
Why have you tricked these
You know-
rocks into thinking? Stop it, you've given them anxiety.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know the
I've
course. This is
enchanted
a
the
shape.
rocks. You've given them anxiety. No, you fucked up some perfectly good rocks is what you've done. Look at them. They have anxiety.
Yep.
Oh.
Are you
Oh,
okay,
God.
Miss Foam?
She kind of like melts a little in the cart. she wasn't expecting to understand, but oh God.
Got a nat 1. I'm not gonna make you take any actual penalties for it, but other than a flavor-wise migraine. But yeah, as it is, eventually, fucking finally, like, it takes ages, but these two finally get the teleportation circle done, and they both stand at the front of it, just kind of like looking around, going, there, all right, everyone ready?
Yup.
Righty then. We will see you downstairs in just a moment. All right. And you get this wonderful moment of Dr. Boffin kneeling down, hands just an inch above the ground, lowering pretty rapidly. And then you get to see for a second Tidbit just kind of tilting his head to the side for a moment, looking to one of the runes on one of the edges before, and just kind of like checking his notes and looking up again. And just, Jeremy, are you sure this rune is meant to be that right where we're at? Then silence. As everything goes. And we're ending the session there.
Cool.
Excuse me.
See you guys in 2
I hate
weeks.
you. I hate you. How dare you? How dare you? Ah!
Well, that was a fun campaign, everybody. I'm
Yep.
glad that we got to the end. That's all the
Baby.
character development, all the moments.
I don't
had
Yeah,
this
we're
whole
fucking
plan for
in
so
it now.
fucking long.
Kai sent us to EBDB.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're getting.
EBDB.
You've been sent
Kai
straight
was
to
like, you didn't
EBDB,
fight enough
soz.
monsters of mine. I'm sending you to
I
EBDB.
can't believe you EBD'd us.
DB is just like, well, at least it's just EBDB and not Super Hell yet.
Oh, no, we are already in a super hell of our own creation.
Oh, that is true. That
Yeah,
is true.
we've created super hell. That part is taken care of.
Yeah, it's killing things in the countryside.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god.
DD, no!
Yeah, DD, you're extremely good. Oh god.
DD blinks as the pit crew flashes into their living room.
Welcome, they're in reality now.
Oh god, no. Quick, put it back. Put
Oh,
it back.
fuck, I can't control him anymore.
Oh boy. But for now, until next time, and I will say, next session we are going to be in the new server, dun dun dun,
Dun, dun, dun.
which I will, we'll be
Vibrate.
posting the public link to in just a sec. For now, does everyone want to say goodbye?
Bye.
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 DD.
Bye for EBDB.